Genshin, how are you doing tonight? Sorry I started up a little late. I was doing some stuff on the side, woke up late, was feeling kind of blah if I'm going to be honest, and wasn't sure what I wanted to play. So I spent a while looking through my game library, etc, etc, and I thought I might just vibe for a bit in Genshin. Hi HD, thanks for checking in. I basically never advanced the main quest here. I think I'm fairly close to the very beginning. Right now, we're trying to find the Archon of Sumeru, because we want to get an audience with them to find out more about our sibling. And this is typically my main team setup. Raiden Shogun plus Eula are basically most of what I use. Superconduct reduces the physical defense of enemies. Dulux there for extra damage, and I recently upgraded Kokomi just for extra application and heal. Water application. Hi there, Glass. How are you doing tonight? And yes, I do have the English on in-game, so you don't get to hear the cute Japanese voices.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Kusanali.
Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood.
I wish they'd at least change her outfit as she goes between places. I hear footsteps like she pretended to walk away.
I apologize, but I am unable to call up any
Oh, she was using the
information in
earpiece.
Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
I hope we someday find out she's a robot.
Another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you too.
The Akasha.
In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not
And hey,
serve as
Burball,
the
how you
vanguard
doing?
of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites.
And we've been killing them.
They take on various contracts and work.
Well, actually, I
all
don't think we
across
kill
the
any of
map,
them. They
so
turn to like
naturally
sand.
accrue intelligence.
You're
An
doing good?
Eremite
That's good to
brigade
hear.
called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
I thought the Eremites were the bad guys we fight. How you doing tonight? Feeling a little blah, not sure why.
Corps of 30? What a weird
But other than that, I'm doing good.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asphont, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good
Oh, the
relations with
Aramites are
Adventurers
the
Guild.
mercs. Or
Though
Eremites
he's
are just
already
mercs in
retired,
general.
He and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar.
I think that's to
You're
the north.
welcome. I wish you
I feel
two
like I
the
went
best
there
of
as I
luck.
was exploring, trying to
We look
unlock
forward to
stuff.
your exploits in Sumeru.
Alright, off to the Citadel of Rexar we go!
Or... Oh, I thought it was this place up here. But nope, it's literally just 50 feet above me. I like this whole jungle area of Genshin. It's pretty. I'm not a big fan of how plain and open the desert is, but I mean, what you expect from a desert. That's how they work. None of those Pederseria roses. There they are. I want those. I want to grab those. They're used in like one cooking dish.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asphont. We'd like to ask you about something.
And are they just talking? Why aren't we talking?
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true.
Good
that the
old
Eremites
placeholder
did work
NPC.
with-
Whoops.
Seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert.
The gods died there? Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good.
Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out.
The fabled zoom out while the new
We
guys
don't
filled in on
thank
everything.
gods for their aid. isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them
Should they shelter the Lesser Lord away?
Lord Rukkhadevata. In
Rukkhadevata.
their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar.
Oh, thank you for
with
lurking,
Greater
Mega.
Lord
Shelter, sure.
Rukkhadevata and hold her in greater esteem. Not to
But is the Greater
mention
Lord
that
dead?
Lesser Lord
I think so.
Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And that's all.
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows?
Yes, the Greater Lord died in the
We're all
last
just
Archon War.
guessing when
Oh,
it
okay,
comes
it's been a
down to
while
it.
since I did the story in Genshin.
Besides, I'm sure the god of wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
Alright, well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
After leaving the Citadel, you question several people in the city. Do I, though? Do I really?
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon,
Back to normal.
they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it.
Wow.
We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru.
Basically, if it's not in our book, well, it's not a book, it's their earpiece that knows all the information, but if it's not in there, it's not important to them.
Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who
Us,
cares
we care.
about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here.
She
Been asking
reminds me
around
of the
for information
perfume
on
lady
Lesser
in
Lord
Leeway.
Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself.
I literally read
My
that as
name is
Drunkyard for the,
one
or
of Lesser
Drunkard.
Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Dunyarzad.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon.
I like having no level
Sure.
Dendro
It
character.
goes like this. Long, long ago,
I have like the 3
there was a
basic ones you
man who
get,
heard
and they're all
prophecy.
level like 1 to 30.
it predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still
Sneaky
couldn't find
Archon.
any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then he died.
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of
Note
his
the
journey.
bandages on her arms. Will do.
By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of
doesn't sound
dancing
useful.
wind. So
But I
long
mean,
as
hey, you do
continue to
you,
think and
Archon.
ponder, will be wherever you go."
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
I wonder if Paimon is warm and fuzzy inside. Is she like a stuffed animal? I'm not saying we
In a
should like
way,
rip her open
it
or
seems
anything,
like
but
the story is
just
also one of the
wondering.
Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali,
And her arms are
can you
bandaged
tell
like
us
that.
anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that,
Emergency food? True,
I'm
true.
terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
So she's scared of the Eremites.
Hey, wait! What
I think it has something to do with those people over there.
It looks
So now
like
we're
they're
gonna go
searching for
question them, of
someone.
course.
Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just
Does she owe debt?
Think they're looking for her?
Is she a gambler? I wonder if they have gambling here.
This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali! We can't let them get in the way now!
Fine, fine, fine.
Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad!
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her.
Maybe she's rich and they want to kidnap her ransom. That'd be awesome. Then we get to rescue her and she'll help us for free, which she was already doing.
Quick, after her.
Quick, after her, leisurely stroll away.
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad!
Thank you, Magic Sparkle Line, for guiding me to my objective.
There you are, Dunyarzad! We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there's some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing
And running
here
won't
for?
make you suspicious at all, of course.
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run.
Someplace to
Okay,
hide.
sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right,
And can they actually just grab her in the middle of the city?
we'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for you.
Enter the tavern. Just zoom straight to the tavern. I don't think that guy actually sells anything. I like her outfit. I know you can buy recipes, not just ingredients and stuff from the dude who's a vendor in here. I've done that a few times.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
Oh, it's her. I like her clawed hands, her gauntlets.
My lady, who are these two?
Well, she is a lady after all.
They're
She's
travelers
addressing
that
her
I
that
lost
way.
just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
Oh, is she an Eremite too? I didn't know that.
In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec. Who the heck are you? And why are you
Belly button lady.
I'm Miss
I like her
Dunyarzad's
slit
bodyguard,
eyes.
here to see that she returns home safe and sound.
So she is a rich lady.
My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so
Trying to move the
long that
microphone
your parents
closer.
are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going,
Ooh, a
then
sack
I'll
of
have to
potatoes is
carry you
nice.
Like a sack of potatoes.
I prefer the princess carry, but hey, why not?
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
When I first saw this girl, I thought she had cat ears because of the way her hair works.
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora.
It's totally about Mora. It's always about Mora.
I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but
my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those
I wonder
who
what's
love
wrong
you,
with her,
don't
since
be
I've got enough
stubborn.
health issues of my own. It makes me
No,
curious.
you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents.
Elazar?
And I know perfectly well
Oh, is
there's
that the
one
thing
difference
that
I'm at
Cole
war, but
has?
I still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you.
The same thing the other girls suffer from? Yes, Cole. Oh, okay.
Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same
And she's gonna say
I
it's
have
her,
for my
right?
parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes.
I'm sure.
Hanging out in a bar with your
At
friends.
least it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia.
Do I get
Sorry for
the
being so
permission,
nervous now.
or whatever it's
My
called,
nerves were acting up.
in the
And I've
desert
been
part
brought
of
up in
Sumeru?
Paimon in such an
There's stuff that you
offensive way.
interact with that says you need like a certain level of clearance to interact with. Do you get that clearance through the main quests?
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in
Make it
order.
look like your room's not just an absolute mess, as
Also,
if you were
get someone to
kidnapped.
cover you for when
Why
you
aren't they
get
lip
back.
synced? No idea. It's Genshin. I don't think lip syncing's a thing. And not too much. What's up with you, Ron?
So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
And her sickness is already hitting her.
Fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's.
I was about to
discuss
suggest
the
that,
grub.
because English wasn't the first language of the devs. Oh, makes sense, yeah.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
She gonna treat us? Treat us to a meal? That's rare. Normally we're the ones paying. Cough, Paimon, cough.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia, haven't seen you
Dia,
in
not
nearly
Dia.
half a
Or
year.
Dea.
Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
He's still talking with his mouth closed. No, I can't stop looking at that after Ron mentioned it.
You got it, huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be. a
Yay,
good
we
host
get good food, even if it makes her poor. Need to break the bank, we'll eat whatever you order. Don't worry about it, we'll pay for our own food. I feel like it's rude to turn her down.
Yeah, we're already super grateful for everything you told us about Lesser
I know it
Lord
doesn't actually
Kusanali.
affect anything, but
How about our charcoal baked agile?
I think I can actually make those.
They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry.
Paimon's actually passing on food? You've got slum. Picky, that's first.
Come on! Paimon has personal preferences too, you know. Dunyarzad, we asked a lot lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow
Time on
him?
his food, that is in fact true. Emergency ration.
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendroarchon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no
Well, I
longer
think
had
that
any
the Akasha is like a
experience.
there's some of their
One flare
current
was so bad
knowledge.
that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was
Sleep
paralyzed.
paralysis?
Even if I cried, there was no sound.
I've never actually had that, but I've
At
heard
that
people
moment,
talk
an
about it
ethereal
before.
voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
It doesn't sound like an ethereal voice.
Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might
Wow,
not be
that's
able
not
to
creepy at all.
understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really?
And then she's just like, oh, that's neat.
Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that
The
you love
Elazar's a
counting
wasting
the
disease that
petals on
prevents
your
them
long skirt.
inflicted from moving. Oh, okay.
Wow, you really do know everything.
There's 3 things. That's not
Is
everything.
there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But can you make my illness go away? Oh.
I wonder if the Greater Lord could have done that. I would think so, but
I'm not powerful enough to do that right now. Then, can you be my friend?
can't do that either.
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that
Oh, okay,
voice
it did keep
encouraged
talking to
me
her.
and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Teyvat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I
Cold, so I'm
must have
zipping
been
up my
dreaming.
sweater. It's annoying that it's getting cold since we've been so warm the last like week or two here. We're supposed to get like 10 centimeters of snow, even though all the snow outside is melted. They're just teasing us with spring. So you believe the Lord was Lesser Lord
Yes, for
Kusanali.
sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read.
Ew, more
and
snow.
enjoy so many
Exactly.
books.
It's like I've had like 3 fake springs here where I live.
That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendroarchon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to
The
help prepare the
Sapsaris
Sapsaris
Festival?
festival for her.
I want to go to a festival.
What's the Sub-Zero's festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages.
Sages find a little girl, lock her up, and no one sees her ever again.
It's actually
This
an
place is like
holiday
the
that
most
originally
sus place in
celebrated Greater
Genshin.
Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone
Dea
was
is very
overjoyed
quiet.
when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival.
Snow's awesome until it has to be shoveled. That is true.
The academia actively participates in Sumeru's
I like
many
when there's ice that
holidays
you can
dedicated
skate
to
on,
Greater Lord
etc.
Rukkhadevata.
Being
But when
comfy
it
in a
comes to
warm
the
house while it's
Sub-Zero's
cold
festival,
outside, the
forget
vibe of
any
it.
funding.
But
They
shoveling is
practically
definitely
act
not
like it
fun,
doesn't
and we have to do
exist.
that a lot where I live.
Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aw, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly...
Oh, she's a few
protecting us
hundred
for the
years
past
old,
few
but she's
hundred
still
years?
small.
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this
You
year.
gave her her whole
That's
savings?
the least I could do
I
for
hope it
Lesser
was
Lord
not a scam.
Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed
Her
like she
savings.
was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much Mora prepared, so
Oh,
I had
wow.
Nilu sell one of my skirts.
I didn't know
agreed with
Nilu
Nilu
was
to
like
meet up at
that.
the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of
Small
it from your
Central
father.
Girl in the Wish banners, the Dendrarchon Nahida. Yeah. I knew that, but I thought for some reason that she wasn't that old, like hundreds. I thought it would have been more like within the last 100 or 50 years since she was so small, but I guess she's supposed to stay tiny forever. Or until her power can grow, maybe. I debated on rolling for her, just because I don't have a proper Dendro character. But I don't know how I feel about her and her kit. I wish Tainari would come back. Or Tainari. He did a ton of damage when I played around with him. But I think they've had 2 different banners with him, and I never got him. I think where it's more like they grow bigger when they feel like. So she feels like being small for now. Waste my stamina to get like a foot faster. Or at least I feel like it's that way. I didn't even notice this place. Or no, I've probably been here. Never got past the first 4 characters you get. Oof. The game's not for everyone, so it's all good. Nilu is super pretty. I always like red hair.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home. But
I
you made
did
it in the
actually
end.
get her when I wasn't even trying to roll for her,
Uh-oh. But if
but
Dia's
I
here,
didn't bother leveling artifacts
that
for
means you
her.
got caught, right?
You could
Her
say
dance
that,
is really pretty indeed.
but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh. And who are these 2?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon.
I like her
You might know
horns,
those
but I wish
folks.
more characters had
They're
tails.
visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City.
Tails are
and are looking
poggers.
for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
Truthfully, no.
Really? Well, that's okay. You're still
I just wanna be
invited to
honest.
the Sub-Zero's festival. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular, thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still
Go
have enough
straight to
more?
Mora again.
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
And then she'll just dance on the stage. Sadly, the horns are just the headpiece. Oh, really? I wondered. Hey, Mabu, thanks for checking in. I hope those were real horns. That's disappointing if they're just a headpiece.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. The last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubik, we reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't
Is it
want
because
anything
these
bad
people worship the
happening,
Lesser Lords?
so
They
we
don't
were
care
going
about the
to
whole
cancel
area
all
that
the
they're
stage
living in?
performances.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
Oh, or it's theater. So then they're like, theater isn't important. That isn't knowledge.
academia looks down on performers like us.
Forehead still very kissable. Good to know.
The theater closed down complete. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zero's festival anymore. Thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see
Man,
it.
that kid's excited. Oh, and she's dancing. She's
And I can't
vibing.
wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already.
Grow some horns, you
It's
jerk.
almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
Dancing.
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros, the most important performance at the Sub-Zeros festival.
Dunyarzad, have you told them the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
I hope I can make those big
Then
lamps
I'll
in my
tell you two
teapot
about
eventually.
How this holiday came to be. According to legend,
Merry Christmas,
Sub-Zero's
everybody.
festival was
Hey Sasha,
originally
guess what? What's up,
Goddess
Addie?
Flower's birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord
I hate this
Rukadevara's
questline so much. Is it because there's so much talking? Or so much stuff that isn't important to actually finding the Lord?
Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing. So the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass,
I know I've made these in my
countless
teapot.
beautiful
Yeah, I'm thinking of
petals
every item I
flowers
see.
began
Like,
to
is that
bloom wherever
teapotable?
she stepped.
Yeah, there's extremely too much padding. Lame.
Those brilliant purple flowers.
I woke up
became
this
the
morning.
dazzling
Bravissimo,
shade.
Addie! I am proud
All
of
the
you.
gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment." Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times.
Thank you very much.
Although they aren't around anymore.
But so Furball,
they
you're saying these
preserve the
black horns are
traditional
part of the
dance.
headdress too, not just
This
these
outfit I'm
ones?
wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the
Too much
divine,
dialogue. I agree
we
too,
still have
sadly.
to do our
Mind you,
best
that's
to
what
make
Genshin
sure that
is.
the birthday girl
Ton of
gets
dialogue
loved
just to
on
add
this
story to
special
the
day.
world. Some of it I like. Some of it when I'm trying to actually go through quests, I do not.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered Patisaras around the stage.
What? Why can't I loot them? I need Patisaras. There's only like 4 or 5 I know of in the city that I can loot. There's probably a few more, but still.
It's just a shame that all the real
Thank you for the
Patisaras
head
went
pat, Shadow.
extinct
How are you doing
after
tonight?
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Patisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real Patisaras on the stage.
I have some in my inventory.
So, Traveler and Paimon,
Explain all of Genshin lore, please.
interested in the
Waifus,
Sub-Zero's festival?
husbandos.
Will you two be
This
coming?
person wants to find their brother. Bam, done. I'm tired, but well, how are you doing tonight, Sasha dear? I'm doing good. Woke up feeling kind of blah and wasn't sure what I wanted to play. So in the end, I decided after starting late that I was just gonna vibe in Genshin a bit. I haven't done the main quests since like the beginning of Sumeru, so I am behind.
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a
I
good
do log into
opportunity
Genshin every
to
day
learn
though,
more about her.
just to get my gems, just to build items, because I want to customize my teapot again once I have all my stuff for it.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea.
You sure it's not because you want in the fun? Not because you want to watch Nilu dance? Fun.
Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival. Besides, it's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. She'll be happy to have more people who are celebrating it.
So how about we
Hey,
all attend the
Flaps.
Sub-Zero's
Hey there, Snow.
festival
How are you
together?
doing tonight? Sounds like a plan, but we're supposed to be looking for
Let me
them.
show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting
No, it's
to you,
super interesting. I want to
then
follow
feel
you.
free to
I
explore
want to pick
the
out
area.
decorations.
Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sub-Zero's festival.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
I'll talk to the dog. Hey Swoof, what's up, nerd? Arf! Very nice. A natural born singer. That went better than I expected.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny?
Rude!
Are you an Outlander? Did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the
Oh,
festival.
candy, count me in.
Best part
Candy
is
from a
upstairs.
stranger's is poggers.
The night of flowers
Especially in Genshin.
passes out candy to everyone.
It's probably just gonna be like vegetables or fruits. They'll be like, this is candy, and I'll be like, no, it's not. Main character starts super hard being in prologue, but the god decides, nah, I'm still your powers. And Paimon becomes a hanger-on that keeps repeating everything you do 6 times before. Yeah, that's my biggest problem with Paimon. I think a lot of people are like that. They'll be like, hey, we gotta do this. And Paimon goes, hey, just so you know, we gotta do this, but the only way is if we do this. And it's like, dude, we know.
Ah, dancing at the Sabzeruz festival. You know, I also danced when I was younger. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we.
And then her grandma
performed
stopped
the
talking
dance
to her.
for the
She's like,
lesser
don't
lord,
question
and
our
it was
tradition.
originally done to honor the greater
not comfy.
lord. My grandmother said that greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all.
Surely you've wished her friend
And
with
yet
celebrations
the
too.
Sabzeruz festival has been losing its appeal over the years.
Worked out a lot of Mora. This isn't important. Talking to the main characters is important.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. 2 things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of.
World, forget me.
Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting.
Is
and
Dea a
gentler
fan of
on your
perfume?
skin and-
Yes.
I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
I'm watching you, Dea. I'm watching you. We know the truth. We know the truth. You're girlier than you act.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities.
Dea?
Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar.
Can I
And
buy the
when it comes to
recipes?
musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's.
Okay, no one's telling me anything about Kusanali. What's up? What's up? What's up? Am I in your way? Am I in your way? I'm in your way because I'm talking.
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you from when we first met up.
I thought I'd add a little extra
Belly button
pizzazz to
fire
my
punch
dress for the
lady.
festival.
I didn't like her fire punch thing just because you couldn't control it. She would just start punching like 10 times in a row non-stop. It still did a lot of damage during her trial, but...
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater
Hi,
company
Mitzi.
because we make all our own costumes. Did you know? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off this crown. Would you like to try it on?
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that.
Let her wear it so I can see if you have horns or not.
Dunyarzad,
Because on the one hand, she says something about that
with it on.
being part of the
It's like I'm
headdress,
looking at the goddess of
but I don't know
flowers
if the
herself.
black horns are part of it or not, or if it's only the gold ones. I didn't have that problem. I was able to do the punches myself from what I remember. Are you sure you were just spamming attack and thinking that she was constantly attacking?
Catherine!
Because I feel like that's what's happened. You're just like, attack, 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 and not realizing that she was attacking on her own. At least I think that's what she did when I played her, and that's why I didn't like her. Oh, do you have her? Definitely check it out. Because then maybe I'll roll on her next time. Her eyes look different.
Think of it. Hyman's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break.
She's the goddess of flowers. Calling it.
Catherine?
Traveler and Paimon. What's shaken?
Whoa, break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual.
Ad Astra
I'm still
Abyssosque.
waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Abyssosque.
Sure.
Why not Abyss
Standing
socks?
behind the counter at the
I'd like some dark
Adventurers
black
Guild doesn't
socks as
require
black as the
any
Abyss
complicated
themselves.
functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous.
Oh,
Like watching
Fontaine
the
has
same
movies.
Fontaine movie day after day.
Abyss sauce?
But
Abyss
take you two, for
socks.
example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives.
No, I
Well,
don't.
we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that.
We're looking for her brother.
You should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along
They're
the
the
way.
answers we found while to Sasha-like feet, question mark? Depends. Some feet can be cute. They're not something that gets me excited, though.
Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring
Hey, Sash,
happiness
how you
to
doing? Doing
everyone,
good. How are you
then
today,
that's where their
Diva?
true value lies. Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next
Is that like a
time at the
keyhole on her
Adventures Guild.
back?
Oh,
It looks
by the
like it.
way,
I'm good. I didn't know you
you
played
can
Genshin. I
Aramites.
do. I just haven't really
Well,
streamed much of it.
great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after
That's
all.
true, but I'm not equipping it.
See you around.
Fair. Yeah. My computer had problems running it. Right now I'm running it with GeForce Now or whatever, so it offloads the
There's something
GPU, basically.
really different about Catherine.
Just like when I was playing Deep Rock.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey Dia, what's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a
Her
way to help
eyes.
you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, was there any encoder issues in OBS? Probably.
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get
That
your
was a
hopes
while
up too
back, so I
much.
don't remember what
I
it
need
was.
to take you two somewhere and ask
But it's
someone
typically
some
either
questions.
encoder or the other, which means GPU or CPU. Hopefully in the next month or two I can save up enough that I'll be able to get a small PC though that I can slowly upgrade, and then I don't have to worry about using stuff like GeForce.
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Got a few issues with a few games, there's a workaround for that. Normally there is workarounds, but it all depends.
Let's head over to the Citadel of Regzar.
Okay, that's right back up there. So that's where the Aramites work from or whatnot. And there was 2 of those roses next to the place before. Nope, I didn't mean to attack there. Oh, it's gonna put me straight into cutscene, isn't it? The roses were just to the left I wanted to grab. The Patisaraya ones you only get in the city here.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for
Main
a
thing you
while
need to be
because she
aware
was
of
in a bad
motherboard
mood.
size, and the case you choose must be able to properly fit it.
Anyway,
I'll probably get a
guess I should
pre-assembled
like
one, I'm
it.
guessing.
I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Maybe sometime we get to play together. If I don't forget, I want to spend a few hours tomorrow sending ideas and troubleshooting ideas to Miho. Hopefully they'll listen. Honestly, I don't think they will. I wish they would. I've tried sending ideas to whenever they have one of those, well, not polls, but whenever they have one of those feedback things, and at the end of it, they let you type in what things you'd like added to the game. I always try adding in stuff to that, but I just highly doubt. Yes, surveys, that's what they're called. I just highly doubt that they actually listen to people unless they get, like, 100 of the same response. A lot of the responses I bet they just throw out.
Listen, you two.
I'm listening.
Don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel.
I stopped doing them because
We'll
they
see
didn't
if
seem to
person
listen,
I
and
know
30
has
more
worked
is
you
my
to
30k more is meh. I completely agree. If they give like even 50 primo gems, it would be nice. But even if they give like a full 160 primo gems, that wish is more likely than nothing going to be just trash. I've ignored the last few surveys like you, but I did like all of the ones for the first year or so of the game.
Dia, what are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Ozfond.
You saying I've been begging them to fix my friend list? What's wrong with your friend
No
list?
kidding.
Does it not show that people have been on
So,
properly?
where's Ruksha?
Or does it
Thought I'd
not?
help these two out by asking
As someone who
about
did
the
surveys
theft.
for DBD back the
Anything
day and
you
always
can
put
tell?
stuff in for nights and anime, it's always possible for the things to happen. That's true, they did eventually add night and anime outfits.
Rookshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses.
Wait, bolstering its
So people from
defenses?
all over have been called back to
Question
the
mark?
city.
Are the bad Eremites going to attack it?
Mentioned the theft, I suppose. Might as well tell them what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Agreed,
Just
Paimon.
recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village.
Convoy was
The Grand
robbed.
Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra,
And I assume the
but
Matra are the
also
regular
enlisted our
guards.
help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was
You two have
currently in
heard of
Port
Port
Ormos.
Ormos, haven't you? It's
Yep,
the
we did the whole
largest
fungus
commercial
thing
port
there.
in all of Sumeru.
Started on console,
You can
and while
travel there
Genshin
by
likes to
leaving
import your
Sumeru
PSN
City
friend
and
list,
heading south
they have
along the
350 plus get friends in Genshin, about 100 plus are level 1, and I can't delete them unless I remove them from... Whoa, that is messed up. I didn't think Genshin had crossplay, though. Are you still playing on console? Is that why they're like that? But yeah, did that just make a level 1 account for every one of your PSN friends then? Because that is stupid. I only have, like, I think 3 friends in Genshin?
The Academia's grip isn't long enough.
I think
to
it's like
reach all the way
Serafina
to Port
Petals,
Ormos, so
Furball,
the city's a
and then
little
blame
more
the
laid back,
onions.
meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods.
It's a book.
I'm afraid I don't have
Or did they
any
lose the
details for you.
Lesser Lord herself? That would be hilarious.
If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the
Students?
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there.
Nope, I
and
haven't
see
owned a
what
console in a year
happens.
since I switched over. It seems it auto-added anyone on the PSN list that downloaded it. PlayStation has a 2,000 friend cap. I still want to mention the Lesser Lord, but that's major spoilers and I don't want to ruin it. Good on you.
Help me out. I've got plenty of work to do here. For
I was
the-
originally going to try out Titanfall 2 tonight, and as soon as I said Titanfall 2, I wanted to play Titanfall 2 in Discord, Potato replied with a gif of the ending of the game and a crying emote because the ending is sad, and I was just like, is that how the game ends? And he was just like, no. And then he said he thought I played it before and was playing it for like the second time or something like that, so he quickly deleted his post. But that kind of killed my how much I wanted to play the game at the time. So I might play it some other time. Potato's a pretty good person. He's been around for several months, so I don't think he did it maliciously. I think he just really did think I played the game before. But yeah, he posted some gif where it shows the one guy throwing the pilot away and like sacrificing himself, and I was just like, is that how it ends?
And take it from me.
Planning on jumping on Genshin yourself shortly and then watching the new John Wick movie? I've only watched the first John Wick. It was really good. I should try finding the other ones to watch sometime. I haven't watched many movies in a long time. Normally if I'm watching something, it's a game that I'm playing. The only stuff I typically watch on TV is like the local news at supper, etc.
Sumeru for King Deshret. Word is that more and more are joining the movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are.
So those must be the ones outside that we fight all the
He's
time.
been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru's...
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zero's
I assume we do
festival,
come back for the
so
festival
be
to
sure
see
get yourselves
Nilu
back here in
dance.
time for that. Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zero's festival.
Yeah, I do have a ton of the Genshin characters, and I think I have every 4-star character. I have bad luck rolling on the men in this game, though. I don't know why. I spent like 80 rolls on Sino when he was out, and could not get him. And I don't know how many rolls I spent on Tainari across his 2 banners, and never got him. And yet I get all these female characters that I am not interested in. I mean, some of the female characters I am interested in. I love Raiden's design. I love Ganyu's design. Keqing was one of my favorite first characters. Then there's, you can see I've got a lot of other ones at like low level. Like Nilou, Ye. Even if they're cute and such, they're just not my style. Or I don't like their kit. I have a C5 Diluc. Keqing. They will never use, I'll trade you. I want Jean, 2 years of Getch. Jean was actually my first character, and she absolutely carried me in the game. Absolutely. Just because she could lift up enemies, knock them away, and then her healing was immense with her ult. I know it's called a burst, but it's totally an ult. But yeah, before I started playing, I thought Keqing had cat ears, just because her hair is made in buns like that. I've explored everything just because I hate having all the gray areas on the map, so I have found like everything except this, and some of the desert stuff, I think. Mostly the underground stuff, yeah. And then just recently this opened up, and yesterday I explored it. Livjing lifts enemies and eats them off cliffs, true that. I love that she can lift cats up and spook them. And there's always tons of cats outside the 1 bar. Let's go bully cats. Oh, I don't have Jean out. Mondstadt is my hometown. I always log out here just because. Will there be multiple cats here? No, there's just 1. Fly, kitty, fly! Well, I can only hold it for that long. Oh, I can get 2 of them here. Fly! See, they like it. They enjoy it. They didn't even try to run away. It's not animal abuse at all. Why would you do that to the cats? Why not? They enjoy it. Like, look at that. They had fun, see? They're just grooming each other, they're enjoying, vibing it. Hello, I crave flesh. You can have the cat flesh. Here. Silly ninja cats. But hey, Blackheart, how you doing tonight? Thank you. Sip? Are you sipping? Or is that a munching? Oh, it's a nom emote. It looks like he's got a burrito. I'm alright, you? I'm doing alright too. Just a basic night. Decided to vibe in Genshin and actually work on the main quest for once. Big stretch. A burrito? Oh, good lord. Burrito.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices.
Those don't look like spices, they look like
made
watermelons.
with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for...
Believe me, I'm not making this up.
He sounds evil.
Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care?
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy!
Largest port in Sumeru, and we're not even at the port part.
Let's get our bearings so we can start looking for leads.
I've been to this place so many times already.
Academia Lost is related to the gods. But other than that, we don't have much else to go on. Osfun told us to try posing as academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port Ormos.
Well, yeah, it's a port.
Get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going
Or,
around
oh,
seeing
that
what
must be like
academia students
a
and
code
ask
phrase or
about
something
stolen
like that.
items?
Figure that out before doing anything else.
Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market.
Market it is. Oh, 10 feet away.
Welcome, welcome. How can I help you too?
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question. Do students from the academia ever come to Port Ormos?
Of course, especially around this time of year.
Oh, they come here to
Students
cut
from
loose a
Sumeru
little.
City that are
It's a
about to
port.
graduate often come to Port
I'm
Ormos
back.
to
Want to go fish blasting with me? Fish blasting with Klee?
Many people often talk about how hard
Is
it
Klee one of the
to get
characters you
accepted
main
into
as
the
in game?
academia, let alone
Sadly, I think
graduate.
if you do co-op in Genshin, you're not able to do
Finish their
quests.
studies and go on to become full-time researchers
Why the heck is
at
chat
the
refusing to let me type
academia
shush without
have
the
it
emote when
even
it's capped?
harder.
Weird.
Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos.
No, I
So
just remember that
students
line
and
because it's so
researchers start
catchy.
flocking here when things get to be too much at the academia.
Oh, it does that. That is weird. But I mean, if it already is an emote on Twitch, then of course typing it will bring it up.
Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need,
How is that
then life is
staying
good.
on? Is that just like a random piece of cloth that sticks up on the back of her hand? Anyways, I'll be back in a bit. Gonna finish the movie. Have fun! And that just brings it up. It replaces with the... Oh, then that is annoying. Okay, we're going to eavesdrop as any good citizen should.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them.
Are these people looking for the item too?
Some stuff about King Deshret and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein El Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the
So
moment.
they are looking for it too. Maybe they said like, hey, we'll let you graduate with top honors if you manage to get this item back.
Come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. I've heard that Ein El Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 Mora, they'll give you info on anything.
I have 500,000 more.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for?
Yep, I'm trying to graduate this way. They said they'd give anyone who finds it a free pass.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of
What was stolen from the Academia was also related to knowledge.
knowledge? So, what's our plan?
Let's go to the tavern.
Didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 mora! Have you lost your mind?
I'm pretty sure I have several million more. Like, it's not like it's hard to get. I won't let them off easy.
Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of
Something will happen that I don't have to pay it, I guarantee it.
Then we should give it a shot.
Or that they'll pay me back after. How much more do I have? Is it in my inventory? Oh yeah. So that's 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, so like 28 million. Even if they said 500,000 more, I would not be worried about it. Yeah, dance with you. Dance, 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 dance. Oh, Mary, thank you for lurking. I hope your stream went well. I watched you playing Paladins as Tyra earlier tonight. I don't know why, but I logged in and you were instantly taking out Yagoroth, and I was like, Yago versus Tyra. Not going to work out well for Yago. Gonna let you know right now, it's a quest line. They never use your money in the quest line. Yeah, that's what I thought. The only time I've used money in a quest line is if they give you money. I should have... Question mark? Jafar Tavern. That makes me think of Jafar from the Lion... Was it the Lion King or was it Aladdin? I think it might be Aladdin.
Let's find a seat somewhere.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss?
Aladdin, okay.
Huh. Once we reclaim the power of King Deshret, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of more this time, so we mustn't underestimate.
Caracal Battalion? Isn't the Caracal a type of cat?
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick mora?
Yeah, with boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
His hairline looks like it's receding. No joke.
All these guys talk about is King Deshret, so they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret...
So the Greater Lord killed their god, I'm taking it?
And all of them shall be...
Like I said, I don't remember the story from earlier on because I haven't worked on the story in forever.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
Sorry for eavesdropping on you.
Huh? Who are you? What do you want?
I'm a student.
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos?
Looking for info about a certain something.
Well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Hand him 500,000 more, do it.
Paimon can't stand to see so much more go. But there's no other choice, right?
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Well, what are you waiting for?
One more question.
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually interested to know more because...
I feel like Paimon's the most suspicious person for being a student ever. This small floating child.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of King Deshret. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization.
And that's why there's all those weird floating enemies. The floating machines.
King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization.
We're forced to
And our
flee the
answer,
land.
furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. But the story doesn't end there. Oh no. King Deshret isn't
The
truly
voice
dead.
of the Oracle?
The voice of the Oracle has been heard.
And do you
in
just
the
straight up
desert,
trust it the moment you
prophesying
hear
his
that?
resurrection. Mark my words, our God shall return. And when that day comes, all followers.
Okay, I don't like that they're God already. Anyone that worships the other guy who lied, even if they lied to them, will be punished too.
Of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
You again? Deranged Academia lunatic.
And then I get my money back.
Yes.
Oh, him. I tried to roll for him and didn't get him either.
You weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me. I take measures to make things uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at?
It's not a business, it's a scam.
Like this,
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing
His mouth isn't moving.
I'm warning you. Don't.
The sad thing is this guy's very misinformed about Lord Deshret. Doesn't surprise me.
From the Academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make.
It's always the random, generic NPCs that have the highest ego.
Suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Teyvat. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will
He'll bring them to the police, I'm guessing.
I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However,
this guy's shady, but I like it.
By then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today.
I love how he's got a Dendro thing, but then it looks almost like he's got Hydra ones as well, even though I know they're just decorations.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the
Okay, do we wait a week? We're just gonna wait like 7 days. I'll help him fight.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
No, he gave that back without a fight.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Ayman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy.
Oh, as if he's in on the scam.
Would it?
Well...
Wow, I don't feel bad for him at all.
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us
And he got us a free meal.
but sent the Emirites running too. Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here.
Let's catch up to him. Don't let him go.
After him.
Chase the husband out.
Wait up! It's Al-Hatham, right?
What do you want?
Thank you for your help. At least we're polite.
My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future. Alright. Goodbye.
That was very just, yeah, we're done with you.
We still have something to ask you about. Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that? A student.
I was about to say,
Right.
that, why would I lie to this guy about
You
that?
should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
You can also talk terms, just like you wanted to with their boss.
Yeah, she's really strong. Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
That is like the most sus quote ever. Cough, cough. Something about a physical exchange.
She doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but she could still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from Ein.
Guys like that.
Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next
Paimon,
meeting.
I know, right?
Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
I love how, did he just believe that we can use the elements without a vision without even showing him? And there's never been a case like that before?
Alright, I accept. Got a pen and paper?
They'll give us an address and we try our luck.
Time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you didn't even know
I'm
what
rich,
it was?
of course.
Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim...
You can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. That works.
If you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating information.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in
Seems like some kind of knowledge.
Almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've
Is it
never
like a
seen
special
magic before.
Akasha or whatever it's called?
This is what you've been looking for.
Oh, that's unexpected.
Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that
It's like a
can store
miniature
fixed
Akasha, but
quantity
it's
of
way
canned
bigger.
knowledge.
How is that
It's
miniature?
like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can
Oh,
access
that's
what
how it
information.
works. That is valuable then.
Knowledge capsules confer
And
the
it probably
contents
has
without
knowledge they don't want
prerequisites.
spreading, like about the Lesser Lord.
That's amazing.
I know, right?
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use.
They must not be able to be reused, like overridden. Otherwise you wouldn't need
But
to destroy
despite
it.
strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha, and over the past century, a wide variety
He's just now calling it canned knowledge. It's easier.
Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to Mora for the... Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens.
Okay, so those are the things they're selling to the kids.
Well, I think that about sums it up.
Can you give us the item? I heard that Acme lost something recently. Seems like it's a knowledge capsule.
Oh, so that's your true objective.
I want to learn more.
With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer.
What do I have to do? Perhaps we can negotiate further.
You're still resolved. Fine. Let's talk somewhere with fewer people.
Are we literally just gonna move like 10 feet? Okay, 30 feet. No one ever looks behind the boxes.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost...
I thought you wouldn't need my
then
help
you
with
must
anything,
me
though.
with something. I need you to find someone named Dory,
Sus area,
a
I know, right?
traveling
Oh
merchant.
god, Dory, I hate her design. A lot of people think she's cute and like her, at least among my friends, but I don't.
Quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing she won't dare to sell.
Does that mean she would sell drugs?
She's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't comply with Academia regulations.
You love her design? Good to know. You're one of the people I talked about then.
Me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Fine. So how do we go about doing
Small.
this?
And then saxophone question mark? Here, I can do a free saxophone. Oh, you redeemed it, of course. I was about to redeem it. Literally, I was a second too slow.
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's beyond the password, though. I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora.
Train like customers who she deems to have good
prepare
taste.
some funds for you. Buy her highest quality
Oh,
wares,
really? He's going to
earn
do
her
that?
approval.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad.
That's true. Have you two
If I'm
heard of
extremely amusing that
elemental
Dory uses a
sight?
slime to swing a claymore when she fights, true, she just like jumps up and sits on top of it for a second. Oh, Ruin is raiding. Hello, Ruin. How are you doing tonight?
I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway,
You raided me on a boring night. We're just vibing in Genshin tonight doing the main quests. It's like the first time, I think. One of the first times I've actually tried streaming it. Just because. But thank you for the raid. I'm glad to see you. How did your matches in Call of Duty go? And hello to any of the new raiders here. My name's Sasha. Despite how I look, I am in fact a boy. And I stream literally every single night. So if you're ever bored, you'll find me vibing here. And thank you for the follow, Klein Lowell. But yeah, I basically ignored the Sumeru quest line since it came out. So I'm pretty much still in the early stages of it.
Tell me.
It was good, I was just vibing in COD with some music. Nice. I should actually consider playing Call of Duty sometime. I haven't played that in a while. Though if there was a game I want to play, it'd probably be the Battlefield series. I played that a lot several years ago.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
It's not too bad, just a run and gun type beat game. True enough. Were you playing Call of Duty 2042 or whatever? Or which one were you in? It says Modern Warfare. They both grow lean, the one on the left shines brighter.
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight.
I guess if the capsule itself is...
the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro
It's Call of Duty
energy.
Modern Warfare 2. Oh, okay. I think I've played that before in the past. The original one, possibly. Was there a remaster of that?
However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure. But
Yeah, the original one was a long time ago. Thought so. I ignored every Archon quest after the Sumeru quest line after you let me know I could just skip them for the events. That's what I started doing too. They didn't allow that at the start of Genshin. You had to catch up on the main quest for like every event, and it was the most arduous thing ever, especially if you were far back on it. But more recently, they've let you skip a lot of it with the quick start. They made a reboot type of thing. Yeah. Like, well, not even a remaster, but just a... because remaster is when they redo the whole thing. I can't remember what it would be called.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact.
So I have to go meet the
password,
pink
and here's
genie
the moral
girl.
for purchasing canned knowledge.
I love how he just keeps calling it canned
You'll need to
knowledge.
spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any more left over, just keep it.
I'm gonna keep all of it. Took me 5 days to get through the Inazuma questline. I don't doubt that. Especially if you want to actually listen to the quests, it takes a lot of time. If you just spam like F and click and go through it as fast as you can. Go get some rest though. Have to be up early tomorrow, but I hope the stream goes well. Good luck and have fun. Thank you. I really do appreciate the raid. You have a nice night and sweet dreams, Rowan. I hope to catch another one of your streams soon. I know you stream quite a lot. I often see you on.
They belong to the Academia.
They're like the basic police.
They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge
Good night.
transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you
I'm willing to take the risk.
Then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the Wikala Funduk.
Wikala Funduk. Big transaction funds. And this will be one of these things where I have to like drag the money amount and try to give as little as possible so that I can keep as much as I want.
Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Sup, nerd?
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Raw horror fruits. Unripe horror fruits.
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right?
Oh, I didn't even check the paper.
I think it was that on the paper.
Hey there, Zayler. How are you doing tonight? Thanks for checking in.
We have unripe horror fruits, but we usually keep them in the back.
So that must have been a code phrase. I just didn't bother reading the paper the dude slipped me.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
I didn't follow anything.
These two want to buy unripe horror fruits. Show them to the warehouse.
Got it. You too. Please follow me.
Gotta love how regardless of where you are in the world, people look the exact same.
We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
What?
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch.
Rude.
No, look again. We're obviously wearing
Doing good tonight, just chilling as usual, and yourself? Doing the exact same. We just got a raid from Ruin Ash a minute ago. If we gave him the wrong answer, would he have just turned around and been like, nah, son?
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
I was trying to make him go faster. Did not work. Love how my weapon's like 2 feet behind
Before
me.
I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our
Oh god, I should have
horror fruits were
read the
taken by
letter,
mice.
shouldn't I have?
Hold on. That's not right. Taken by mice means they sold out.
I'm sorry. But as things
Yes,
currently
you should
stand,
have.
we won't be able to fulfill your order.
He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer.
Okay, I will actually read it, because it seems like I have to pick the wrong answers, the ones that don't make sense, and those are the ones that they want to hear. The piping hot bamboo, is it mixed in with all these letters? Mouse customer, Matra, taken by mice, sold to customers, taken by that, confiscated by a Matra, packing it to purchase a small amount. So Port Ormo style. Compliment a customer skill refers to horror fruit that causes dizziness and airs. Compliment a customer of erudition responds to horror fruit that causes heat stroke. I'm not going to remember any of this. But it's not like it'll ever just lock me out.
Products, I need to. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our horror fruits were taken by mice.
Congratulations to you.
Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
I prefer something that causes heat stroke.
No, that's not it.
But that's supposed to be the erudite one.
Stroke is the answer to erudition. Eating something that causes heat stroke sounds horrible. He's cautious of us.
I'm just going to keep doing it till I win. Remember, it takes too much energy.
Before I retrieve, please forgive me.
And he doesn't care if I try 10 times.
Stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken.
Because he's a very trusting person.
Thank you. Look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head and ears ring sounds like a bad life decision.
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru city?
And then we want
Port
bulk.
Ormos style?
Support Ormos, right?
Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully. Okay, everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot, it's the Matra! Run!
That was quick.
The matcha? Where? I'll hate them so we're done for if they catch us.
When Sashi missed it, played Phasma at the cafe, heard the ghost coming for me, and jumped the balcony as it killed Lotte. Felt great. Oh snap. Good on you. Sacrificing Lotte, where she normally tries to sacrifice you guys. Chef's kiss, Mabu. Chef's kiss. Can I just teleport up there? Fear my powers of teleportation. Yeah, I think normally when you start streaming, it's like around when I'm doing dinner. I sometimes pop in, I do have like 3k points or something like that, but... And then I sat in the back of the truck sobbing while moving on. So you were the only survivor? Did you actually leave, or did you go back in and were you like, I have to sacrifice myself and die too? Just to even out the team. No survivors. Bring me to the pink-haired child. I left. Good. That is the proper decision. Literally your whole team leaves, you're the last survivor. Does not bode well.
If you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way.
That actually sounds like that red-haired girl, Nilu.
That voice came from
I know it's not, but it sounds like the same voice actor.
You can stop running now.
If I actually survived, I started the trick. Mabu, why? That's horrible of you. That's absolutely horrible.
Are we definitely gonna be safe here?
You basically killed him.
These two good customers wish to buy some hara fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else,
Tummy.
just excuse
But it's a
myself.
child. So you better... Well, she's not technically a child, but she might as well. I was scared, alright. No excuses, Mabu. No excuses.
Wait, you're Dory? Paimon sure thought you'd look a whole lot scarier.
She's terrifying. What are you talking about? The scariest things are pink.
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing any business.
I like the glasses and the rings.
But it seems you
The glasses I do vibe with.
pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp.
You also don't look like criminals.
Or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady.
She's more purple than pink. Yeah, but I go by her hair. Her outfit, totally purple. Her pink hair stands out to me though.
Be a compliment, but we'll take it. I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but
There's decent people trying to run an honest business. Then why are you running away from the cops? She reminds me of a tiny genie, which is why I love her design. Oh, okay. I'm not a fan of her design, but that's just me. I don't know if it's because she's so tiny. Don't know if it's because I've never been a fan of the genie vibe. But that's just me. Doesn't mean it's a bad vibe. Just means it's not my style.
so that's why I prefer to have customers like you. It's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please.
I wonder how much money he gave me. I love her design. You? That's horrible, Mabu. It's horrible. She's a child. Even if people say she's not, she's basically the body of a child. So I consider her one. Being a small girl does not make you a child, but when your body proportions are literally the exact same as a child, that's when it's sus. Can you show us your products?
Yes, of course, of course. Go ahead. Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble if the Matra caught her with all this.
And yet they never have.
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested
If I see
in
cute
your
tummy, I want to
reasons for
punch.
buying.
Mabu has strange hobbies.
However, offer some suggestions. Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology.
Ooh, that's what that Elon Musk would want.
Only 3 people in all of Teyvat have ever studied it, making it
Who would want to be an
Elon Musk, I just said. Should actually never show Mabu your tummy. Fair enough.
Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Teyvat in the early Archon War period?
Why would that be hidden?
With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in nearly any nation.
As long as you can learn it properly.
Now this sounds like it could be useful.
2 million mora, and it's yours. No discounts.
Whoa!
I have like 28 million mora.
You are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge capsule.
Alright, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
Using the elemental sight. And they're all glowing. Or no, one in the top left isn't top right.
You've really got a good head on your shoulders, and quite the eye for quality.
Canned knowledge.
I'll take these, please and thank you.
My oh my, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just
This is sus.
more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of 1 million more.
Why would you let me do that?
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million!
Don't let her trick you into spending more.
All the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 mora. If we spend just a little...
I need an avatar for me to virtualize Furball. I said that too. I mentioned to Furball if he wanted, we could go on Fiverr and find like a small, get someone to do like a JPG for him. But he'd have to think of it. And then if you want, what is it, copyright, so you could actually use it just for streaming, you'd have to pay a bunch more. Hey Z, how you doing tonight? But I know I saw one person who did pretty decent portraits. And if it's just black and white, it's only like $15. But then if you want copyright, it's another like $40, $50 added on top. Tired? Fair enough.
We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so far, everything we bought belongs to Al-Haytham. Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself?
I think you're the one who curious. You just want to see me try it.
Come on, come on. We still have around 100,000 of Al-Haytham's moral left.
Wow, so I don't even get a choice.
To good use by finding something useful for you.
Excellent! Then please, select from this fine collection of canned knowledge over here.
And are none of these ones gonna glow? I got that little chibi for one of my mods to use on stream I told you about. Did you see it? I'm not sure.
Can we choose the ones from over there?
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million mora each. I'm sure discerning customers
Is she scamming me?
will be able to find something to your liking. Please, take your time.
Uh-oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use elemental sight again.
I'll have a look. And none of them will glow. Yep, none of them are glowing. Movie done and back. Welcome back, Diva.
What did you see?
They all seem to be equally bright.
So they're all worth about the same amount?
And none of them are glowing.
Well, anyway, the mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques.
The brewing techniques is probably valuable.
Spices. An overview of ancient runes. Oh,
I already fight with a sword pretty good. I want the brewing techniques.
Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go.
Whatever makes Paimon happy. Lane.
We'll take this one. All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon. Whether
Bring your Mora to Dory.
with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to agaaaaaain and meet up with Alhaitham.
He's just down here.
Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
I just assume it's related to the god. Hi, Alahine. I want to see Blundian's stream earlier. They're really cute. I know, right? That's their new model too. They only got it like a month or so ago. What was it? They had one of the, I think a generic model, a brown-haired girl, that he often put a mustache on just because it was funny.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wikela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here.
He is buff.
I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting official business.
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say.
And then more importantly, the Matra won't come here.
Okay, now, tell me how your encounter with Dory went.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost now?
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't
want to meet the Dendro Archon. We just want to meet a god, nothing suspicious.
We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't found a way. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out to be our lucky break.
In that case, you're on the right track. A short
Is it like a hyper-pad
the
mode?
Academia lost a knowledge
Yeah,
capsule
high
in the
pad.
desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it.
You'll gain the wisdom of the
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey,
Oh, Mabu's sending me sus pictures. Let me check.
learn how to meet the Dendro Archon? Ooh, or even how to find your brother?
Oh no, I did not see that image done. That is hilarious. Looks like Bakugo holding onto a Deku body pillow with clown hair. I might have actually seen the clown hair on your stream. Like, just the head of it or something like that. I don't think I saw the full body before.
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in Port Ormos.
So, where exactly?
I have
what
it.
we need to find out next.
Aw. Your goal is to find it
I
too.
won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is.
They do have the Dendro Archon right now in the wishes, but I don't really want her.
It is an extremely
She's cute,
precious item.
but
The knowledge
I don't like
contained
how
within may
her
bring
abilities
great
work.
power or wealth to whoever has it in their possession. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative agreement with several brigades. I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it.
Oh, that actually makes
After
sense.
all, there's no harm in understanding what it is. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar.
They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains King Deshret's
Oh, thank you for the follow, Fade
that
to
he will
White. I hope
return
you're
to
having a
this
nice
world
night.
when they obtain it. They refuse to let anyone from the Academia tarnish their deity's soul.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by
And
any
they're
means
using foul
necessary,
methods
so
to get the money.
I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory.
So we won't know who has it.
Whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously...
Now the situation is different.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the divine knowledge capsule
It
is.
sounds illegal and not the good kind of illegal. It is, 100%.
Say that. But this arrangement
Because these capsules are banned. They're supposed to be destroyed as soon as they're used or uploaded or whatever.
The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to
I like his neat guards. Like the blue and green mingling.
If she has no information, wait 2 days and approach her again. If I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation?
That's exactly what I want.
Then we'll meet up in 2 days.
I better not have to wait 2 days.
Before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves, but we're not sure how to use it.
You two want to try using a knowledge capsule? Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though.
Head outside town. Do I just like smack my head onto it? Just bam, knowledge. I should switch back to the Raiden Shogun. I almost got jump scared by Paimon there. When I watch my stream on the side screen so I can watch chat, it just zoomed in on her face where she goes, "Wah!" I didn't expect that suddenly to my left. I treated my mother would have beaten the heck out of me with those. I can see it. Make you as smart as possible. Whack, whack, whack.
This place works. Show me the capsule you purchased.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something...
Oh, the Eremites are buying most of those? So is Paimon a safe lolly or unsafe? I'm pretty sure unsafe. Most are. And I hate how Paimon looks because it looks like she's wearing a diaper. The way her outfit puffs out.
If you want to determine
It's
the
gross.
efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount of strength. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles, one before using this knowledge capsule and one after. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor. There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in
Don't
your
worry, I'll run
opponent's
statistical
abilities.
analysis
But don't
afterwards.
worry.
This sounds complicated.
You must have been one of those guys at the academia who got,
Top grades.
Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed...
Why are you
canned
risking getting
knowledge
caught for the
graduate from
capsule?
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity. This is but one theory.
I've been zoned out and that's all I hear. It does sound pretty sus, but it's Mabu, so it's expected of him.
Alright, let's begin the test. Just fight as you normally do.
No, and I don't even have the ray gun. Raiden equipped. Oh, but I have time to.
What is the
I
situation?
don't think it'll matter who I use. It might even, yeah, switch me to her. He lifts his chin and looks into the distance, seemingly waiting for you to provide battle data.
More speed. Crush.
Smacky, smacky. Oh, I was hoping there'd be a third one so I could go like this and go boom.
More speed.
They didn't even damage me.
Alright, I'll link your Akasha terminal to record data. The next step is to use this knowledge capsule.
What about Historia from Neptunia? I do not know who that is. I know what the characters from there look like, but...
Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connection with it so you can...
But I don't know any of their names aside from the main character. Entry and use the canned knowledge. Oh, yeah, I got the one achievement just for completing quests. Meet with Dory. 5 gems. How useless. And now I'll do nothing different. As if I saw countless sword-wielding figures fighting one moment, and then the next they disappeared into the recesses of my memories. Neat. It's going right in her head. Brain parasite.
Hey, how are you feeling?
Felt something, whatever was inside of that, has now become part of my memory.
That it worked?
Alright, time for round 2. Fight with
The House of Can time. We're just bullying the slimes.
More speed.
I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did before. I still didn't get to use that. You are a very, very good boy, HD. Thank you for being my mod. Thank you always hanging out with me and talking with us. I do appreciate it a lot. So good boy, HD. Good boy. Titter, titter.
Oh, hey, Thumb. How's it going?
He sees nothing different.
the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve her combat capability.
By 0.073%.
Overall fighting.
Wait, how much? Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us!
Well, they did say if you already have a lot of strength, it wouldn't affect you much.
Of course, this could be because she is so powerful that the capsule's contents were
See?
unable to produce a substantial increase. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems increasingly worth my investment. I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time.
This is the morph when you ask her for information. Pay her as much as she requests. What if she requests more than that? Wait until 7 o'clock 2 days from now. Rude. At least they now let you wait 2 full days. It used to be only 24 hours or just before 24 hours, and it was ridiculous. Just speed up, just go zoop, zoop. It's not like you actually have to wait 2 days. I do like the 2 towering trees on the other side here. I'm just surprised she didn't pin my comment. He probably knew it was sus. He's probably like, Sasha wouldn't appreciate that. Let it die, Catboy. I did play Let It Die a couple months ago.
Here, over here! Oh, welcome back, my loyal patrons. What can I do for you this time? You name it. Can knowledge, supplies, or anything else.
Where there's a waterfall of Mora, there's a way.
Can you really get us anything we want? Anything at all?
Uh-huh. So it appears the can knowledge
I deleted Let It Die. I did too.
no longer sufficient
I think.
for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me.
Info on the whereabouts of the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
I knew customers with pockets as deep as yours would undoubtedly crave something more profound than ordinary can knowledge.
Yeet.
But you know...
Wait, no Titanfall 2? Yeah, I was going to play Titanfall 2, and as soon as I posted I was going to play it, Potato posted a gif of the ending of the game. Like, quite literally the ending where the robot throws the pilot away, and I was just like, is that the ending? And for some reason he thought I had played the game before, and yeah, I had not. But that kind of killed my drive to play the game, at least today. So maybe in the future I will.
After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. Not to mention that if anyone found out...
That wasn't even on the screen anymore.
I would be in big trouble.
Well, you probably said it, and he probably didn't see it, so I bet he scrolled up to do it. Hey Seer, hey Kroll, how you guys doing tonight?
Paimon's curious.
How did Overmans go with Arcane? Thank you for checking in. I followed Kroll, fair enough.
Because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must always be aware of what's hot on the market in order to secure.
What is that first image supposed to be? It looks like a skinny turtle. Or at least a skinny turtle's head.
As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera.
It's a pot? Oh, okay.
That way, no one
It was hard for me to see from here. Name your price.
It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've
You pay full. I didn't even hand the money over. I just tell her to name a price.
by a certain Misery, the leader of Ain
Well, of course, it's the worst one to purchase it.
You mean the Eremites who worshipped King Deshret?
They were the ones having trouble getting money, too.
So you're already familiar with them. The group has done everything in their power to obtain the Divine Knowledge Capsule. After all, they believe it contains the power of King Deshret. That Divine Knowledge Capsule is unlike any other can.
It was glowing bright red. That sounds like it's gonna blow up.
The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took. You can look for yourself.
Thanks for the info, Dory.
Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks to discerning customers such as yourselves.
Mora Fedori opens doors. I will remember that.
Well, we figured out where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is. Turns out, it ended up...
Will she get mad if she finds out I'm working with Alfheim? Or whatever his name is?
Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham.
Al-Haytham. Oh. I didn't mean to jump on that, but sure, why not? Zoop. You're a merchant, but I doubt you sell anything. I was about to say, is that bear skin or not? I honestly can't tell. I think it's a clothing. I think it's clothing, but it matches her skin.
I thought Sumeru would be different. Nope, everywhere's the same.
Al-Haytham! We got the info you wanted!
Really? Alright. Let's hear it.
Hands of Ain Alhamar. Or Akmar. Akmar.
Verify the intel. Have a look.
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene of the Eremites' transaction.
Bold move, Dory. Very bold.
Then, to get close enough to take a picture like this. Alright. The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader of Ain.
Misery?
And the glowing red capsule he's holding appears to be the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In which case, if we play our cards right, when we confront them next week, we should be able to force them to show their hand.
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ain
Dagger's playing right into your hands.
After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their boss and get them to lend us
If it was skin, the dev store would be kicked down by their government. True. Well, you'd think so. The skin wasn't any different than Ridley the Traveler's.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again on the afternoon.
You'd be there to fight some nerds. Because I think it's more, a lot of the time, it's more the skin on the bottom half of the body that the Chinese government seems focused in censoring. They definitely do with the top half too, just not as much.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
You had an alright time with your duo?
Here in front of Faros Lighthouse.
Yep, let's go.
Is that the lighthouse over there? Because it doesn't look like a lighthouse. I don't want to swim over the water. I still haven't changed my gliding thing, because you need to change. There should be an option to, like, equip it for every single character. Hi Sasha, first time here. Also, you are the cutest cat by Genshin streamer I've ever clicked on. Thank you. I actually do have a full body model, but I only have half body rigging. So even though it looks like this, I can only really move like this right now. Sometime I'll bother paying for full body, but even then it's not like it'll track my full body. It's just the outfit, etc. will wiggle as I move. But I do appreciate the compliment, so thank you very much.
Al-Haytham. I knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you were crazy enough to actually show up.
He's got me on his
I
side.
demanded that these negotiations take place. I was more worried that you might go back on your promise. But to your credit, it appears that you're sticking to your word. This is turning into quite an occasion.
I brought some backup. Just this little blonde-haired girl. Yeah, she'll kick their butt.
Backup? Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this lunatic because he helped you out? Fine. Your funeral.
Don't need full tracking unless it's 3D. Well, not full body tracking, but it's full body rigging I meant. Not tracking, rigging.
I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish.
Well, he's actually threatening to kill us? And then will he just one-shot them all?
Oh, here they come. Good luck, you two.
That's what I meant. Yeah, yeah.
That's close enough.
Shut up.
And they can't even escape. Ta-da! Oh, they're still alive?
Freeze to the core. Beg for mercy.
I want to do my big attack. I want to do my big attack. I want to do my big attack.
I condemn you.
Aw. I mean, it hit for 41k there. And that wasn't even fully charged.
Scum. Boss, finally. Did you use it?
Uh-oh. Is he gonna be going like crazy? Yep.
Boss?
He used the capsule and now he's going insane. No wonder they wanted that back. Oh, it looked like his Akasha or whatever turned red as well.
Boss! Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
Well, turns out your King Deshrat is not as nice as you thought. They actually do really well with their cinematic movements. Bops them on the ear. Is that how you reset an Akasha thing? Hey Hatsusu! How are you doing tonight? Hydrate will do. Hatsusu is an adorable streamer. I highly recommend checking her out. And her PNG is actually made by Bonkdu. And there, I hydrated. He literally stole the canned knowledge. Nobody even noticed. Wow, you're so sweet. I try. Hopefully dude's okay. World forget me? Is that the world has forgot King Deshrat? Oh, thank you for the biddies, Hatsusu. It's much appreciated. I love Fruit Basket. Fruit Basket was a good manga. I actually read that when I was young. He said the thing.
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
It does.
You mean the Divine Knowledge Capsule did
Fruit Basket has my heart. I know, right? Speaking of which, Hypatia did mention.
Oh, yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after getting knowledge from Ermin's?
I don't remember her mentioning that, but maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention to the game.
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. The state that man is now in suggests that this is a similar situation. This Divine Knowledge Capsule does appear to be linked to the gods, but beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the.
And no, if you remember when you were at the Tree of Knowledge, you hear the words, "World forget me."
Wisdom or power.
No, I don't remember. Like, not at all. Like I said, it's been a while since I started the main quest here.
World forget me. What could that possibly mean?
Do I tell him? That's exactly what I heard before at Irminsul. Oh yeah, now I remember, we went into the dream.
The Academia got the Divine Knowledge Capsule back too. What a shame. We were so close. Still, Paimon didn't expect the Divine Knowledge Capsule would be so dangerous. Imagine if we tried to open it. Oh, who knows what would have happened to us?
As
We'd
things
go
stand,
crazy.
There is
Duh.
no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos. I believe our
I wonder if I'll call him
collaboration
out for
has also
taking the
reached its
thing.
end.
Yeah, passed out from the incense, exactly.
We were so busy trying to find the Divine Knowledge
something. Since you're a member of the Academia, do you have any idea how we could go about meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire administration. Most of the time, you wouldn't know she exists at all.
That's what they said earlier tonight.
Moreover,
They basically
since
just
the
hide her
Academia
away.
possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom. Scholars have no reason to desire to make contact with the deity herself anyway.
Everything about Lesser Lord Kusanali is such a mystery.
If they realized she's a child, would they even believe much in the god? I think they do know she's a child, though.
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zero's festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us
My
good.
lips are sealed. Sounds good. You have a point.
Then we'll part ways here, Alhaitham, until we meet again.
And he's holding on to it.
Now, do I deal with this thing first?
Deal with it like shatter it?
That the higher-ups require.
And obviously dealing with it is not related to the report, as in they might just want it back. And that's Act 1. Splash, splash, we're having a bath. Or splish, splash, we're having a bath. How many primos do I have? I have like 70 summon. Ooh, something here. Oh, another wish. It's good. I've saved up 71 summons now, and I have this many. So I could, in fact, buy 9 more. Or not that. I only started actually transferring my gems into this so I'd know how many wishes I have recently when I saw Ghoulie doing that in her Genshin stream. Normally I just saved it as Primo Gems itself, but literally the only thing I use my Primo Gems for are the wishes anyways.
We didn't miss the Sub-Zero's festival, right?
I sure hope we didn't.
Paimon thinks she must be around the Grand Bazaar, since she showed us around there last time.
Well, yeah, she showed us around last time, so she's definitely going to be there the next time we come by. It's not like she has a life outside that. Don't remember how to get in, but it looks like there's a path going there over here. Just like Fallout, pick up everything not nailed down. Is the team you're using your favorite team or just a current mood? I'd say it's my favorite team. I normally use Jean because she was my first 5-star and I loved her healing, but Raiden can give everybody energy back as well as doing good damage with her ult, and her electricity will proc superconduct or whatever it is that reduces enemies' physical resistance by 30%. Then I often just switch to Eula and face roll them with clicking. Diluc is an extra damage dealer for anyone that I need elemental damage against, and then Kokomi is just straight up healing for the most part. Also applies Hydro, but eh.
There she is! Dinyarzad, we're back!
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
I made it back in time. I probably missed what you said just because of that. Oh, I apologize for that.
Preparing for so long that I can't help but feel a little nervous.
Can you hear me now, or are the ads still playing? That just ended. Sorry about that. I used to have no ads on my channel, but about a month and a half ago I decided to put 1.5 minutes at the end of the hour, because that gives me 30 minutes pre-roll free. So that means half the stream people can join without getting hit with a 30-second to 3-minute long ad, and it increases discoverability a bit. I changed that after on Twitter people said they preferred it that way. But yeah, this is mainly just the team I like. I like Raiden. Her ult gives everybody energy back, does good damage, and then that plus Cryo will proc the superconduct, reducing enemies' physical resist, so that Eula can basically just face roll everybody. I've got D-Luke because I like using him for people that need elemental damage done to them, and then Kokomi's basically just my healer. Can apply Hydro, but I mostly use her for heals.
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the festival will also have a good time. Speaking of which, did you...
I think I need to add simple geometry to my name due to how good I'm being at Hanzo. Oh, really? Simple geometry?
Of course we went. A lot of things happened there.
Didn't find any news related to her. Instead, we left with more questions.
I see. Sounds like you two had another exciting
And then
adventure.
she's jealous because she can't go out and do anything.
If there is another chance, I would love to join.
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime of trouble.
Dia! You were eavesdropping!
No, she's just bodyguarding. Hanzo used to say that at getting an elimination with Old Storm Arrow. Oh, okay, I haven't played much Overwatch, so I wouldn't have known that.
It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on around my employer is part of the job.
It's alright, Dia. I merely said I would like to go. I know better than to think my body could handle it.
Sag. I hope, like, at the end of the quest, we get to cure the disease for everybody in Sumeru.
The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble for you. So, Dia, please take some time to relax. I'll be fine.
Wait, Hatsu was here? Yes, she was for a little bit. She donated bitsy bitty. She said hi hi. HD, how do you ult not kill anyone? Oof. Seer's throwing shade.
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no good
Simply
suicide
just step
are
out
gonna
of
try to take advantage of that.
Oh, you two must be exhausted from your long journey back to the city. My apologies for not realizing.
No, I
this.
teleported. It's fairly instantaneous.
I've already prepared a room for
Paimon's
you
just
guys.
lazy.
Please follow me.
Whoa, you're so thoughtful. Paimon's so ready.
The morn 1,000 roses brings. No, it's not far enough to teleport, I guess. Hanzo is literally only useful for creating space unless you get that lucky chance. This doesn't look like a hotel.
Here we are.
Something sus is
Also
going on.
fairly close to where
No, I'm
Matt
kidding, I'm
was
kidding.
staying.
I trust her.
It looks really nice.
I was about to say, why can't I
Not
talk?
at all. Just tell me more about your adventures when you next get the chance.
That's Paimon's specialty. Paimon can tell you stories next time.
Oh, if you don't mind, how about we all walk around together tomorrow? All of
Sounds
my
good
friends
to
will
me.
be working the festival, and Dia is still insisting on her covert protection.
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's constantly hovering over you, right?
I'll keep her company and they won't have to worry about. No life weaver's dash is getting changed to double jump.
It's a deal. Good night, Dunyarzad.
Is that when they use their ult? Or is that one of their basic abilities?
Paimon's starting to really look forward to the Sub-Zero festival too.
It's all you care about.
Lots of yummy food.
They'll serve Paimon. And I don't mean like serving her food, she will be the food.
No, thinking about food is just gonna keep Paimon up all night.
Basic ability, but you liked it. Sag. I like Life Waver's design. His hair is nice.
Did we oversleep?
Why did they give us a random bottle? Unless they're water, I guess.
We should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
Dun, dun, dun. She didn't even come to pick me up. What the heck? And I keep thinking her name is Drunkard.
Paimon, I've been waiting for you two.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have overslept a little bit.
Not at all. I arrived early. Today is finally here.
I must cherish every moment. The beginning of Pained Heart arc. Uh-oh, is she gonna die? I hope she doesn't die.
For this,
just that, as expected, I had some trouble falling asleep last night.
Then again, I don't think I've seen many characters die in Genshin aside from, like, the witch.
Well, shall we? Let's start with the stalls over there. Many vendors came out of the blue.
Are you saving your wishes for anyone in particular right now? Honestly, not for anyone in particular, though there's lots of characters I want. Like, I do want Alathime, I do want Tainari, I do want... What was it? I think I rolled on one of the girls last time. I wasn't able to get her. Oh yeah, that guy in Inazuma died too. Because he used the delusion.
To a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money.
Oh, and have you seen the images of the new cat girl? They're going to add a cat girl, Nikomata, into Genshin. I absolutely want her. I'm not sure if she's going to be 4-star or 5-star, and I don't know how long it'll be before she's added into game, but she's cute. She has twin tails, and the bottom of her feet are actual paws. But then it weirds me out that the cat ears on her head seem ornamental, and then she's got small human ears. But she's supposed to be a Nikomata, not an actual cat girl, so... But still. Cat people, best people. Cat boy wants her! If there was a cat boy, I'd roll on him too.
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
We haven't seen... Well, like the peaches are the only one we've seen as actual foods.
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit? It's all vegetarian stuff. Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed. So, what's the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
It's another Sub-Zero's festival tradition. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods. Generally speaking, the most common selections are foods like Rukashava mushrooms, Nilopala lotuses.
At least in real life, lotuses aren't something you'd want to eat. I feel like I've heard their seeds or something are poisonous.
So, the Sub-Zero festival is a vegetarian holiday?
Hanzo was missed, so I was taking it out on HD. Fair enough. Everybody bullies HD. That's what happens to mods.
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread.
Where's the Doritos?
We just use the 7
Feed the
foods to
mods!
symbolize the 7
Feed the
foods of
mods!
Dendro Archon.
Then they won't rebel against me.
Wait, but if that's the case, if Sumeru uses vegetarian food to represent the Dendro Archon, then wouldn't the Pyro Archon's festival be full of food like
I wonder who the Pyro Archon would be.
juicy meatballs, grilled steak? Oh,
I honestly hope that they make... I know they won't, but I hope they make the Pyro zone or area to be like an underground cavern full of lava, like that one, what's it called? One of the domains that you can fight in for relics. The whole area outside of it is just like charred black stone cave filled with lava, and it reminds me of Blackrock Mountain from Warcraft.
I hope your wish comes true one day, Paimon.
Thanks! Alright, how about we also check out some of these other stalls?
That's not a
Dear
big stall.
customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical divination?
What's
Well, Mona would be interested in that. Or she'd think it's evil.
fun to try together?
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft invented by none other than Lesser Lord Kusanali herself.
So, how does it work?
First you pay me money, and then...
It's quite simple.
No.
After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll use them to perform a random transmutation.
Well, that's interesting. Mona's astrology, but she uses divination. Divination using astrology, whereas this person is talking about divination. He said divination related to alchemical transmutation. So at first I said she'd like it because it's also divination, it's related in a way, but then I also said that it would be heresy because it's also not the way she does things.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner here will interpret the remnants.
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali...
No, I didn't hear the first part, just the alchemy. No worries, no worries.
All that occurs can be traced back to fate. You could say this is a pearl of old wisdom.
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Sumeru says it? Are you guys working together?
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure knows her stuff.
I'll give him like the most common items. Oh, I can't select all that stuff. Okay, white iron ore is common. And I have tons of regular crystal too. So I won't miss any of that. We'll mix some expensive ore with some slightly less expensive ore.
Okay, one moment.
Listening.
It's the moon.
Paimon wants to take a look too! Is it? It looks more like a pie that Paimon bit into.
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means...
Something important? He has to go check his manual.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh,
I've seen doctors do that too. It's sometimes hard to remember absolutely everything.
Illusions and lies? That sounds rather ominous.
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
He's not even trying to hide his book anymore.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey.
It's up to you to forge your own ending. That is true. That's smart.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stop.
Then we just slowly walk. No one here even recognizes the Raiden Shogun. It looks like cancer, but let me look it up first. Exactly, that would be not the most trustworthy.
Flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
Are they? I don't see any sparkles. I was hoping for anime sparkles, but no.
I'm sure Nilu's Dance of Sub-Zeros will be just as
Will this guy actually sell any recipes? Or will he just sell iron ore and basic items? Yeah, just the basic items. I thought as much, but you never know. Ferris, Knight of Flowers?
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation.
Oh, he's the guy that hands out candy to little kids and it's totally not suspicious at all. He's like, what?
Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you even more than the Yalda candies. In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sub-Zero's festival, the children have all grown very fond of you.
Did she pay for the candy?
The Hallowed Knight of Flowers. It's an honor that you know my name.
Attention!
She's basically telling him to get back into character.
I commend you on your contributions to the glorious Sub-Zero's festival. All right, little soldiers. Take your Yalda candies and don't forget your loyalty to lesser.
This sounds like indoctrination. Can you give you kids? I'm gonna give you kids candy, but remember to believe in our God. Okay? Okay. I mean, it works, but...
Yes, Knight Ferris! Just what is going on here?
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is another Sub-Zero's festival icon, and one immensely popular with children. In the past, the actor portraying Ferris would also sit on a flower carriage.
And carriages were too fancy for Genshin, so they decided to get rid of them.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful memories today.
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all. Oh,
yes, we instantly want candy. You don't even have to ask.
They're a festival.
Whichever one. Don't these boxes all look the same?
That is the fun part.
Oh.
Each box contains a random flavor.
And then there's gonna be a horrible one mixed in, isn't there? Like Jeevan chili peppers.
Fruit, Sunsetia.
Ooh, those all sound pretty good.
And there's also Lizard Tail and Oni Kabuto.
Oh, good lord.
Huh? What's up with those two flavors?
Oni Kabuto is a little spicier than Lizard Tail.
Dunyarzad.
You tried them before?
You tried them before?
Don't blame me if I choose the wrong one.
Paimon believes in you.
I also believe in your intuition.
Great. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right.
Oh.
Which one do you want?
1, 2. I do like blue. That's not it. It must be 4 then. Okay. Okay, these numbers are weird. Definitely number 1. Write down your choice.
Attention! That's unfortunate.
Aw, Lizard Tail.
Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck.
The Sunsetia flavored candy was in box number 4. How about this? The most
Oh, please
important
take both
thing is
boxes.
that
That's nice of
everyone
him.
has a good time at the festival. So please, take both boxes.
Really? Thanks a lot,
One Lizard Tail.
It's Night of Flowers, not Night of Candies.
You might as well be the Knight of Candies, though.
Paimon really wilted the carriageless Night of Flowers.
They all basically sound the same. We got our candy, so let's keep going.
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left something behind. Since you're here, can you come with me to get it?
Sure thing. I thought she was gonna leave us behind and go be sick somewhere.
You're so excited about the Sub-Zero's festival.
How embarrassing.
Or is it gonna be like her medicine she forgot? Oh. Wait, you sell stuff? Oh, nothing special? I have lots of all this stuff. Milk is the one thing I don't have tons of. Just because I did a lot of cooking to auto-cook everything. Buy some onions or Onion would be mad at me. And now I have something to blame. Don't care any about any of that stuff. Is she just gonna go home and skip the festival? It's too much for her. I highly doubt it.
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
I know, right? Hey, wait a minute. Pause. Isn't that her?
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's
Uh-oh.
walking right into our clutches.
Those Eremites don't look like they're
They look exactly like the Eremites that were working for her family before.
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayanis hired you.
That's right. We haven't received any of their Mora, but...
Oh, so they are going to
I
try to
wonder how
kidnap.
much the Homayanis would shell out to get you back.
They're a gang of kidnappers!
In the middle of the city?
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're... Dia! Dia the Flame Maiden!
You sold your unruly
I haven't
mane.
heard anything about you for so long. You sold your unruly mane to the highest bidder.
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started working with her as gratitude for her past kindness to us.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One punch and those rabid dogs will
cowards.
expose themselves for what they really are.
Aren't your claws all dull by now? Don't get too cocky!
Traveler, take Miss Dunyarzad to a safe
No, I'm going to help
location.
fight.
No, we're gonna stay and help. There's too many of them.
No, I can't guarantee anyone's safety here. Lane.
You're right. All right.
We sadly can't have an HD Hanzo every game. Sure you can. You just gotta drag him along with you, even if he says no. Guilt him into
Don't
it,
waste your
straight
time
up.
worrying about me. This is my job. Look out for yourself. After I've wiped the floor
Sasha, I got
I'll
called a
go
blank
find
boy. Yeah, sounds about right. Mob was probably just like, what the heck, Sasha? What the heck? I'm not that bad. Oh, we've got to escape within the time limit. Whoops. And I wouldn't say you're bad enough to be called that, but you do flirt with lots of people.
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look a little pale.
Oh, and from running like this, it was too hard on her.
I'm fine. My body always reacts like this whenever I exert myself too much.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia.
Don't worry, she's tough. She's protecting you because she agrees with you. Don't worry, she's tough.
Don't worry.
Now are we just waiting for Dea to catch back up with it?
Traveler.
Or
Found ya.
Dea?
You took care of them so fast!
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
Nope.
Dia, your arm.
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally, they wouldn't have been able to land a hit on me at all.
Oh, does she
but
use a great
I'm
sword?
still getting used to this new greatsword.
Please, let me take a closer look.
Yeah, you're both
Come on,
bandage
it's
buddies.
nothing. Us mercs aren't as fragile as you think.
Hold on, you said something about a new greatsword. What happened to the one you were using before?
Did she sell it?
About that. Well,
I knew it.
I was low
Probably
on
because
orders.
she
Stuff
isn't.
like this
She's
happens
getting only
every now and
half the
then.
paycheck from the girl, rather than the full paycheck from her parents or whatever.
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's final...
Oh, she saw it was so important to this girl, so she sold something valuable to her just to make sure it all works properly.
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry, and I'm not gonna lose my commission because I made my employer cry, am I?
Okay, making your...
Selling your weapon without permission and getting hurt. I'll have to reevaluate your performance. Fair enough.
So unreasonable, my lady.
They're cute together, I like them.
Thank you very much, Dia.
Don't be like that. I
Sunday,
get embarrassed
Dia.
really easily.
She's a lot more warm than I thought, Dia. I thought she'd be a more rough and tumble type person.
My lady, your condition. Traveler, can you take her somewhere to rest?
Leave it to me.
I'm sorry for the trouble, everyone.
Can't they, like, pick her up and carry her to where the festival is, and then we just hang out there? I mean, she could rest there. I don't know how serious her disease is, though. It seems fairly serious.
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Nope.
Yes, much better. Just give me a few moments and I'll be good to go.
Just how serious is the
I
illness?
didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I should.
She's probably gonna be like, I'm dying, I have 3 days.
I was actually born with Elazar. It's terminal now.
Can't believe it's Elazar!
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you
I'm
probably
surprised
know
if she
about
was born with it. I'm surprised she lived this long, just from the way they talked about it with Kole. Is it Kole or Kale?
Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure. The disease's progression can only be delayed through environmental therapy.
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar and I came to terms
Second
with it a long
pronunciation?
time ago.
Kale?
Compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this, its effects on my life have been much more painful. I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the best environment for me, so that I can live for that much longer.
I'll one day succumb
Do
to
you
it.
know? Before I ran away from home this time, the world outside of my home didn't
Wow,
even
because that's how much of a shut-in she's been.
Since I was a child, all I could do was sit on my bed and stare at everything outside of my window. I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but
I can understand that if you've spent literally your whole life just locked up, even if it reduces your lifespan, even if it does this and that, you want to at least see a little bit of the outside world, even if it's just the city around where you've been.
I wanted to meet other
It's not like you have the internet in
To me,
Genshin.
there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others. Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy on everyone's faces here, and all the support I've received from friends like Dia. This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world, right?
Yes, I'll remember. Don't say that. You still have happy times to come.
As long as you don't forget Paimon, Paimon also won't forget about you. No, even if you forget Paimon, Paimon will...
I'll probably forget this girl. I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that, but
apologize for
when
the
we get to like the
confusion.
next zone, I'll probably forget she exists.
This is out of character for me. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage.
I had a feeling that was going to be pinned. I wondered too, but I'm not removing it.
Encouragement, I wouldn't have taken that first step.
You're the one who has remained resolute in the face of us. You're already so strong for never giving up.
Thanks. There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets. Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Let me princess carry you.
Almost time for what?
Isn't the Dance of Sub-Zeros about to begin? It's the part of the festival that I've been looking forward to the most. Nilou will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And with that, my wish will also...
Her wish? Is that to experience the festival fully? I can't remember.
Yeah, we should still make it in time.
Go, go, go! Hi, Catherine. What's up? Hacha! Oh, she didn't get mad at that. Oh, thank you for the Alithum bath soap. At least it's not his bath water. I'm gonna throw that out there. I feel like some people probably would buy his bath water. Yeah, she wants to experience the festival at least once before her end. Is it going to be an actual cutscene of her dancing?
This type of performance from taking place without prior permission?
Over there! Someone's yelling at Nilou!
I think I just saw the Academia's Grand Sage. Why is he here in person?
Because he hates the arts, obviously.
Dance of Sub-Zeros is one of the key parts of the Sub-Zeros festival.
No worse than Zhongli's lapdog. True enough.
The Sub-Zeros festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals.
But you won't let it happen.
Only
These
the
people seem
Academia
bad.
can host such an event. If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out?
Eventually, yes.
The Academia
Or eventually,
was
yes, they're
originally
bad people.
responsible for the Sub-Zeros festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them.
Don't go, they have the final say. If we force their hand too much, it may get
This
ugly.
is a hard pill to swallow, but you're right.
The festival won't end for another 3 real-time hours.
Art. Dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of
He's
knowledge
evil,
and
calling it.
reason? Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars.
What if the people's
who sought
truth is
validity,
from dancing?
verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defile it?
No. I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts.
And that's a valid point right
The
there.
goddess of flowers dedicated a dance to her.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore.
Did he just shove her? I'm gonna fight him.
When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyargarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will announce it to the public later via the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sub-Zeros Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart.
That god? It's supposed to be your god. Just like reincarnated.
Oh, Dunyarzad. You all saw that just now? The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Eventually,
see where
yes,
the
dance
Academia
cutscene.
can find us
Aw,
and perform
yeah.
there. But how do we let everyone know?
That last line from him was important foreshadowing.
Or
With him banning art? Or I wasn't paying attention to what was the last thing he said.
No. They just threatened to investigate the organizers. If we were caught.
Nilou, it's alright. Don't worry about it.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zeros so much. And I know how important this festival
I don't want you to have any regrets. That's so sad.
I don't want
Or so
you to
bad
have
to
any
say.
regrets.
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my feelings is more than enough. It would be too risky to continue the Sub-Zeros festival at this point. I don't want to get everyone in trouble.
If you say so. But
You can sneak out for the next Sub-Zero's festival.
Celebrate that god to your heart's content.
We'll make sure
Oh,
the next
okay.
one is a smashing success.
This lady is so dead, we get it.
The next one.
Yep, she's like, I'm not gonna live another year.
Yes. Okay. It's a promise. It will be a smashing success.
Ominous.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
Should we think of another way?
It really is okay. There's nothing we can do about it.
Don't give up. Believe in the dream.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Milu's dance.
Festival is forced to come to an unfortunately abrupt end. I wonder if we'll actually get to celebrate the festival as an event sometime.
A lot happened today. It's a shame the festival ended the way it did. Milu and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sub-Zero's festival a success, but
Sure she knows that very well. It may be a regret that can never be resolved. I'm sure she knows that. I don't want to say the other thing. Just wait. Beep. Uh-oh. Are they trying to, like, mind control everybody by connecting everybody's Akashas? You just got out of bed too, Paimon.
it's all because you wouldn't get out of bed. We should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
Zoom. I am speed. Does she have high heels? Kinda, yeah. Yeah, she does. Huh. I want to pull up my glider. She's always waiting for me here.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry we're late.
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kinda tired. Did you not
Is she not sleeping on purpose because she knows she doesn't have much time left?
I'm doing well. There's no
She
need to
seems so
worry.
deadpan.
Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Sure. Traveler? Why are you just standing there? Let's get going.
She's moving slow. She cut through the lantern there?
Ooh, they're selling food over that way. Let's go
On a
take
bag.
look.
Let's go check the bags. Let's go check the bags. Come on, Donyard. Come on. Bags, 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 bags. Let me know if you understand. She's dying?
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
You are quite well informed, miss. I thought most
Oh,
people
is time
nowadays
reset
would
now?
know.
Yeah. She's saying the exact same stuff as before. They rewound time somehow.
Actually, what is the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
It's one of the Sub-Zero's festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendroarchon.
Appear to be in the form of the moon.
Really? Paimon thought it looked like some kind of food.
Groundhog Day? Yeah, you'll find out. I already have.
The moon signifies...
And can I tell him what it is?
It's escaping me for now.
Is he really looking it up in a...
Oh, right.
I'm just skipping this because we've
Trust
seen it.
your intuition and overcome your fears. The sun will surely rise.
I feel like I've heard this before.
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing.
Guess that was still pretty...
Oh, but have you? Maybe not entirely. We'll see.
So, where to next?
We're purple. We're purple buddies. Purple. You don't have purple hair, though. We'll go home and we'll dye your hair. Is that okay? Is that okay? Does it look like I'm stalking her? 4? Fallout 4? Oh, number 1 and 4. Number 4 was the one that had the good candy in it. Number 1 was the one with the lizard tail.
All right, soldiers. Now that you have...
Yes, Knight Ferris!
So am I supposed to pick the good one, number 4?
What's going on?
Or can I pick the wrong one again just to get the Oni Kabuto?
It's another
Oh, do you...
What? Ooh!
And there's
Do you
also
like
a
tulips?
lizard
I feel like if I answer that, that's going to be like a lead into a lewd thing. What about these lips something something? But if we're just talking about tulip flowers, then yes, they are quite pretty.
Which one do you want?
Definitely number 4.
Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed.
Can I what? Can I make the joke? If so, then I would appreciate you not. Don't think that was luck. Will you tempt fate? But yeah, I don't mind if people say typically a little bit of lewd things or a little bit of swearing, but I am generally a say-so streamer, so I avoid such things for the most part. We're lads, we just went up against Cryptid Cheesecake right now. Wait, really? Is she playing Overwatch?
How's that possible? It's obviously random. Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
Sorry, but I need to leave for a moment.
Sure.
Where are you going? You're just gonna walk off like that?
And isn't this where she got attacked? Deja vu. Finish the joke and accept my ban with pride, oh good lord. Well, you may love your tulips on these nuts. Eh. I don't find it particularly funny. And I don't think it's worth a ban. But since you did it knowing there was trouble, we'll do a timeout.
Oh, Paimon knows what that is. It's when you feel like you've already experienced whatever is going on. In that case, Paimon also felt something like that today.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't notice here. Well, how often is it that you actually look at the enemies' names and see what's going on?
So, why'd you run here in such a hurry?
I want to do something I normally never would.
So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually wouldn't.
I have a joke lol, but I won't say the answer. Okay. Madigan did, and if they didn't, I wouldn't have.
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat?
Oh, it's that stuff, food from earlier.
You don't look like you're from these parts, but I gotta say, you've got good taste.
Vumu's got such nice animated emotes. But I looked up her animated emotes. What happens when Stun Seed hits an enemy in reverse? Ah, yes, Stun Seed backwards is that. Sadly, someone made a joke like that a while back in stream. Like months ago. Isn't it that burn thing that didn't look tasty at all? Some of those burn things are good inside. That makes me some dude, I can't remember, Music Freak, that backseater from the other day, an imperfect video game.
Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to do now. You'd never normally order something like this.
But yeah, just the other day I saw something about they baked stuff like in charcoal or with charcoal. The outside of the leaves turns like pitch black, they crack it open, and then the inside was gooey and good. I think people still ate the burned leaf, but... Excuse me.
Are you really gonna eat it? Isn't this going a bit too far?
And will this reset time again?
How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it tasted awful.
Oh, it actually tasted good.
You mean... That's impossible! We were just talking about how gross it looked!
And is it because this isn't the first time time rewound? It's happened multiple times?
So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu?
I couldn't get rid of it all. Looks like I tried this. I couldn't get rid of it all.
Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many times, even though we aren't
Let's do the time warp again. It's just a step to the left, and then a step to the right. Rocky Horror, don't ask.
we go out again and try something else.
I want to say I'm fighting myself not to spoil. I'm just assuming that's it. I mean, if you spoil it since you're my mod, I won't actually be mad at you, but at the same time, it won't hit me the same way as it hit you if I don't experience it myself. trying to be mostly spoiler-free.
Over there.
Oh, is that because she got tired running away from the mercs? Because this was the bench from before.
Coincidence, Dunyarzad. We meet again. Why are you sitting here all by yourself?
Oh.
Yep.
I ran into some kidnappers just now, but thankfully Dia came to my rescue.
Kidnappers? Oh my goodness, are you hurt?
I'm okay. Dia's arm got scratched, but it isn't serious.
Should I help fight them next time?
That's a big relief. But
Been looking forward to it so much.
I've always been like this. Excessive physical
We've heard all
designs,
this
no matter
before.
How amazing today may be, it is but a single day.
Oh, she seems like she's
After
getting more
104
depressed.
days, my time will come to an end.
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
Sorry for leaving you behind earlier.
It really is fine. I don't mind.
Missed a number of strange events. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Huh?
Am I the only one it's happening to? Because I'm like out of loop with the world.
Have you ever felt deja vu? You know, like when you've already experienced something that's happening right now?
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now. Even if I were feeling deja vu, I suppose I would already be used to it.
Oh, Paimon sees. Then, is it only the two of us?
Oh, so Paimon's feeling it too?
Huh? Time for what?
Nilou's Dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. Let's go.
She's more, not aggressive, but more straightforward. Though I don't think that's anything actually affecting anything. And am I going to remember beforehand about that guy? Like butter spread across too much bread?
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not.
I'm going to type some lyrics for Deja Vu, but I don't actually have.
What you should be doing. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the.
Understood. I will.
The Sub-Zero's festival. Go
Oh.
celebrate the birth of that god to your heart.
He keeps rewinding time, so it's like celebrated as many times as you want. Damn, HD Hanzo is real. Nice, nice, nice.
Nilou, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. It's okay.
But you've been really looking for.
It truly is unfortunate, but
True, but
the next festival, I probably won't
Yeah,
be around by then.
what she's saying is getting more depressing.
wait, what did you just say?
No, nothing. I'll be heading back to rest. Thank you for your help, everyone.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did!
We don't even escort her home? Finally, my TV is free to use! Oh, was your brother or someone watching movies and such on it? So you couldn't use it for PlayStation or whatever? It's a real shame. For some reason, I feel like this outcome was inevitable. It's a real shame. I don't want to be rude.
Did Dunyarzad already go back?
Yes? Did you literally just ignore the dying woman? And then it'll happen again.
So, in the end, you still couldn't figure out what that
Yeah, now I can check out Dea's ult.
Maybe it really was because of exhaustion.
They're watching as a character with a scythe. They do. Scythes are rad. Feeling groggy. I hadn't thought about it. My head does feel very heavy. I wonder if we need to take off the Akasha.
Thinking about it halfway through the day. Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep?
Uh-oh. Everything's going static gray.
We could do more
Squirrel!
thinking tomorrow.
They even gave us a pet. Best hotel ever.
Observing a modest drop in the output of jnana energy, but values still remain within normal parameters.
Continue to monitor for variances in the data and find the cause as soon as.
I wonder if it's the... Could it be the red intel thing? The red information thing that's causing the error?
Tired after so much sleep.
And so people can't get well rested. Time is refreshing itself, but it's also moving forward at the same time? Question mark?
Anyway, we should
And is Dunyard going to die because of this? Because she can't recover? And I wonder if this is going on outside Sumeru as well. Oh, and she's not there? Oh, there we go. Never mind. The red can knowledge isn't the thing. Oh, okay. She looks more bright-eyed.
Not at all. I arrived early.
Yeah, she's getting more tired and depressed. Oh, and she wasn't getting enough sleep before. Was that from this had already started back then?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry.
Great idea! Let's get going! Traveler?
Now I really know that something's up. Too familiar? And is it going to skip all the other stuff now?
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy.
Oh, thank you for the raid, IBnating. How are you doing tonight? Were you playing Genshin as well? Shout out, IBnating. Sasha, don't try to wrap your head around time travel. It's not worth it. Why not? It's totally worth it. The story's taking me there. I have to go there. But hi to any of the new raiders. My name's Sasha Kainiko. Despite how I look, I am in fact a boy, and I literally stream every single night. So, if you're ever bored at this time of day, you're free to come here and vibe with me. IB raiding! Woot woot. The game devs thankfully don't force you through everything again. That is good of them. And hi there, Ryan. I haven't seen you in a while. What have you been up to? They're going to speed things up. Good, good, good. Ugh, I had a tired night, so I decided to just vibe a bit in Genshin tonight. Not a really exciting game, but it's still fun just to go through some of the story quests I've been putting off, basically, since the start of the new area's release. But I hope you had a good night. I hope you had a great stream. Should I pick one of the different ones just to see what they are? Have a good night, Sasha. Time for me to go to sleep. Oh, okay. Good night, Diva. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Pick whichever one.
Not much.
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random and there's also lizard tail.
Good to see you, Sasha. Hope you're having a good evening. I am. Like I said, kind of a tired night, so I don't have a ton of energy, but at the same time, I'm enjoying myself. And I got spicy Doritos. I'm not eating them right now, but after stream, I'm totally going to gorge on them. What is it? Jalapeno and cheddar.
No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all.
And we've already seen this stuff, so we're skipping through it. Okay, now remembering everything that's happened multiple times now.
Paimon knew she always had incredible luck.
Oh, and I know what everything is.
Paimon's not really interested in the other flavors.
Wait. How did you know? Don't tell me that you already knew which flavor was in each box.
What? She was right about...
I only labeled 2.
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? I packed all those boxes this morning and they've been sealed.
That butterfly has to be ornamental.
Couldn't have known beforehand. Mind reading? X-ray vision? Or some
Freaky.
kind of magic trick?
I'm thinking the same thing, random hat dude.
Freaky.
Tell us what's going on. Since when did you get superpowers?
Have you been missing the entirety of Genshin, Paimon? When did I get superpowers? I've had superpowers since the day we started this. I keep getting new superpowers every time we go to a new area. Like, excuse me? Good old Paimon.
Hey, where are you going?
Who am I chasing after? I didn't see. I was making a note. Is that the Grand Sage?
Us leaving Dunyarzad without letting her know is kinda rude.
Oh, it was Dunyard? Oh no, that's the... Yeah. That's the Lord. No, those were just regular powers. These new powers are super. Oh, fair enough. So is time changing because the Lesser Lord Kusanali escaped from however the guys have her locked up? And maybe that's the reason they have her locked up in the first place? Because her powers are so bonzo? Was Bonzo even mean? I don't know, my mom said it. I feel like that's probably not the case, but because they're doing that whole testing thing, but I could totally see it being. These, I want them. Ugh, Raiders is going to attack them. It's a theory. Oh, birdie. I don't think I'd ever have a bird as a pet as cute as they are, because I really dislike the idea of keeping a winged flying animal in a small cage so often. I know some people like Frost will let them out to fly around the room, fly around the house and stuff, but I just feel guilty having them in rooms like that for so long. They're super dusty, I love them. Birds are dusty? Question mark? Is that because they don't get to bathe themselves often? Because I've never seen a bird as a pet. No one I knew growing up had those as pets. I knew someone who had a tarantula as a pet, and it was actually quite amusing because you could pat it. You could pat the tarantula, except you wanted to pat it with a single finger, and you wanted to do it opposite the hair so that the hairs would stand up. Get a chicken, they don't fly. True enough. I could see chickens actually being a good pet, aside from the fact that they're cannibalistic carnivores. And you might not think they are, but they are. If a chicken gets injured at like a farm, other chickens will often peck them to death after smelling the blood. Don't ask. I grew up in a prairie province. There's farmers that came to school and stuff, and chickens are freaky in some ways. Familiar figure, an overwhelming sense of deja vu. You taking pictures of me? Kusanali! Or whatever. Oh, the bird's gone. Was she hiding as that? Or is the bird dead? Did she eat the bird? Paimon, what the heck? What the heck? I trusted you. I look away for 5 seconds. She's happy. Push her. Push her so she stops spending time. She says ... I say ... Uh-oh. That's freaky. She was still with us just a moment ago. What?
What's happening here? Why are there 2 Dunyarzades?
They cross the streams. Never cross the streams. Ghostbuster taught me this.
Don't you?
This alert.
I'm sure you already know how to use this.
Her voice sounds different than I expected.
Knowledge capsule? Where did you get it? What's
And it probably has knowledge of what the people are doing.
You should use it too, Paimon. You know Paimon?
Let's use it together, Paimon. Let's use it one at a time, in case it kills one of us. Dea's ult isn't controllable, I don't remember that. Oh, okay, I honestly thought when you said you remember the punching, I thought I was wrong. But I guarantee it. I guarantee it I know what happened. You were excited to play as the busty, punchy fire lady. You got to use her ult, and you just went punch, 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 and thought that you were controlling all her punches in a row. But you weren't. They were auto-happening. But you just thought you spamming was what was going on. Ghostbusters, Groundhog Day, anywhere Bill Murray feels you want a title drop. Memories, so many days worth of memories.
This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival? 30th? 40th? Just how many times have we been to the Sub-Zero's festival?
A lot.
Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we would
I like her eyes. I like little flower pupils. I feel robbed. I feel robbed too of my time.
Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and I answered that question a long time
I feel like the dumb younger brother who was given the unplugged controller and told them driving. That is adorable, Furball. That is adorable. enemy Junkrat play of the game. I feel like Junkrat gets play of the game a lot because his ult is so strong it can level the whole team. And even though you can shoot it if you have time, you normally don't have time.
Capsule was just your means of showing our minds the way. What about everyone else? Why are you only helping the two of us?
Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro.
And we have special sensitive constitutions. I feel like I'm the only one like that. I don't think Paimon can actually see with elemental sight.
It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness.
Do you know Dawei? What's wrong with Denyard's over there?
A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with
Yes,
is
she
different from
was.
the first Dunyarzad you met. That first Dunyarzad is...
I remember someone did some game theory thing. They showed an image. I think I linked it to Furball at one point, but it showed that evil white-haired goddess, the evil white-haired flying goddess you see at the beginning of the game who steals your power, and then they show the evil white-haired flying Paimon, and then she quickly holds her finger up to her lips, and they're like, oh my god, imagine if Paimon is the last boss of the game from like another timeline. What I need to do right now is break out of the cycle.
Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain.
Don't laugh, a woman is dying.
I'm Nahida.
I know you introduced yourself before.
Good. You passed the test.
Lolly's testing me.
You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait, please don't tell
If I believe Paimon is the final last boss, that would actually be amazing, I have to admit.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called the samsara. You, me, and everyone else are
Oh,
all
even
stuck
she
inside
is
the
stuck
one
in it.
big samsara.
That's shocking. I thought she was just entering to help us.
As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it
It
yourselves,
would literally
it would
blow your
literally
minds.
blow your minds. I don't know how you'd be after that. I can only give you surface level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest
Oh, and
of
she's
the
trying to
time,
help Dulyard.
I'll be doing
Or
all I
Dunyard.
can to slow down Dunyarzad's illness.
I'm just doing your Zard, but that name's too much. She's Dunyard. Like Dunsparce, Pokemon.
Her illness gets worse after each Sub-Zero's festival.
If we can break out of the samsara, I might be able to save her.
But Furball seems pretty depressed, so I'm guessing we
As
don't
things
save
are
her.
right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall.
That is an interesting way of putting things.
Sure love to use weird analogies.
Paimon, for once in my life I agree with you.
Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things.
Don't like the leaf coming out of her hair, despite her being Dendro. I do like this thing circling around her head. The voice in Dunyard's dream, that little girl. Well, yeah, she even said that. She said that the Lesser Lord, Kusali, helped her, and I did know that this is the Lesser Lord. My Dunsparce won the Master Toughness contest. Really?
Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
I think the truth is that you need a good punch. Wait, no. Mabu's had too much of an effect on me. When you enter a state of contemplation, you can choose any text entry to interpret it. The interpretation process involves analysis of the text entry and may yield new entries. Once interpreted, you may submit that text as a conclusion. Some text entries can be associated with one another once interpreted. Select associate. Is this like Danganronpa? Perform accurate associations. The Festival of Samsara.
We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a...
Deja vu.
What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger. Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that. That doesn't sound right.
Okay, abnormal mental fatigue.
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on?
Alchemical divination?
Moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean? I can't...
Okay, so it has to be with the festival? I'm confused how this all works. Like, how do I get rid of this? I want to associate one of these with one of these.
What's happening right now seems to...
Okay, select the festival. Worst mechanic they could have implemented. It really seems that way. Time loop.
That should be it.
And the Grand
Sage said...
Festival.
We've already experienced the
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past. A pity. Still the wrong answer? Paimon thought that made a lot of sense. It feels like time's just repeating itself. A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information.
She can't give more hints.
Dunyarzad. The Sub-Zero's festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and find the truth before today's
I give you 1 day to do it. And it must be 3 hours, because Furball mentioned 3 hours before. But that was real life time. Never mind.
Let's think about our current situation.
We have to escape it.
We need to
Find out the truth.
rejected the idea of a time loop, so
We must have missed
Paimon's
something.
memories say that we've already done this many times, but
Okay, talk to the stall owners and see if we can figure out anything weird. Zoom. Hold on, I'm just moving my headset. And then Dunyar Sparse or Dunyar whatever is going to be right there. It's 1 day, but 1 day over and over. Indeed. Well, thank you for the follow and perfect video. Welcome back.
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your cultured friend?
she's feeling a little unwell.
There we go, I just came back because I couldn't follow earlier. Fair enough, fair enough.
Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I
Stay safe, you too, Imperfect. Thanks for the follow.
just yesterday. Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday.
Haven't felt anything strange. She did say that some people feel the deja vu a lot more than others.
Really think about it. Was yesterday truly...
What kind of philosophical nonsense? Didn't you know that no one dreams in
Oh, I remember hearing that early on.
somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with?
Did that backseater guy from the other day ever come back? No, he didn't.
Is everyone dreaming?
And by backseater guy, do you mean the one that kept telling me that I was, using an awful trinket or whatever? Because that was, what was it? That was Havoc 12 or something? I timed him out because, like, 5 times in a row he was saying how bad the trinket I wanted to use was, and I was just like, the first 2 times, I was like, haha, I know. The 3rd time, I was just like, dude, this isn't funny. And by the 5th time, I just timed him out because I was like, dude, this is you're just being a butthole. And then he posted in Discord being like, wow, man really got mad after a joke. And I told him, well, it's not a joke. If a streamer says he wants to do something and 5 separate times you tell them how bad it is, etc., etc., just let people play the game the way they want. And they haven't come back to stream or said anything else in Discord. Remember what he said just now.
True.
Is it sucking up people's dreams?
Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago.
Who was this? I think they were called Havoc 12.
Let's keep asking around.
And it was literally about one of the charms you can use in Hollow Knight. They kept saying things about how you shouldn't use it. Oh, that's garbage, and yeah, no one would use it, this and that. And I'm like, well, I want to try it out. And eventually they said some joke like, oh, I heard people that use that charm are 1% less human or something like that. And the moment they said that, I just timed them out and they got cranky.
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate. You just hadn't fully understood its significance yet.
You're really excited about this, huh? That's exactly why we came back.
I'll probably be going to bed pretty soon.
Help you better understand it?
It's not what I excel at. Yeah, but it's what I'm going to be making you do.
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation
He just
did you get into?
passes by. World trap in the day. You've actually divined our fortune many, many times.
Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet or fell for a scam. What you just said, are you serious? Does that kind of thing actually happen in real life?
I knew you weren't going to believe it.
Turned out the charm was rather decent and I'd have used it myself. It honestly depends on the situation. It was incredibly valuable for that one area with the spikes, etc. And I could see it would have been an amazing charm in that one super long ghost fight where he kept throwing things that I was dodging and only attacking at the one spot. But then the rest of the time I can see it being Garbo because it takes like 15 seconds for it to regen the 1 health, and if you get hit again that resets it. Oh, hold on, the cat wants attention. I'll be back in just a minute.
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination. The moon, illusions, and lies. It really felt like an omen.
Sorry, I was vibing with my cat there. Turns out he's actually a guard cat. He saw there was an enemy cat nearby, and he was trying to let me know to come check it out. He was like, I don't know if I can deal with this myself. I gotta let Sasha know there's a strange cat in our yard. What the heck? What the heck? And then he went from one window to the other, and it was actually quite funny. So, basically, I ignored you guys because the cat needed attention. Thumbs up.
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related to what's going on. Can you read any more into it?
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of mere mortals. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
As in the sun of the next day.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune telling is just fortune telling. It's no good for practical problems. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to?
Try talking to Dia again.
Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again?
Try taking her to see the real Dunyard. Oh, and then will she believe us?
Happened to Dia's strong sense of responsibility as a mercenary, then she'll definitely take us seriously.
I don't know, man.
At this time of day, Dia's probably just finished beating up those kidnappers. Let's go find her.
She looks so happy. We're talking about a woman basically being near death and another woman beating up kidnappers, which I can see being happy about that.
I'm fine, my lady. It's just a scratch.
Perfect timing. Both of you are here.
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was protecting Miss Dunyarzad, I could have went all out. Anyway, can you do something for me?
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around.
So Paimon's remembering everything too now.
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
Oh god, this again. People from Sumeru do not dream. Alchemical divination. Normal mental fatigue. Oh, we just talked about that.
Don't. The moon, illusions, and light.
Dia's Claymore.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. My mind feels exhausted.
Tell her, Traveler!
You got injured because you aren't used to your current greatsword.
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known.
Well, at least she's easy to convince.
Literally took the words right out of my mouth. What's going on?
Alright, so this is the situation.
It's kind of hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear.
We do have common sense, and this is against common sense.
Scholarly type, but we do have basic common sense.
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Well, it's not at first.
At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on the bench over there.
Hi, how are you? I'm doing good. How are you doing tonight, Minister? We're just vibing in Genshin.
Angry?
Come with me, I'll show you evidence.
Alright, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my greatsword. Let's make this a quick trip.
You're doing good. I am glad to hear that. Good is in fact good. Hopefully they teleport me over there. Of course they don't. But at least there is a teleport way station. Zoom. Walls are no obstacle to me.
Nahida, we brought a friend. Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad? Where and who are you talking to?
Huh?
Can she not see them?
I told you that you two are special. Other
Whoops.
people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
Is she focusing her elemental sight? She'll probably be like, there's a weight on that bed. Someone thinks there I can't see.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow. How
Does she have invisible antenna?
does she have
You just woke up, but I'm going back to sleep. Fair enough, I don't blame you for that. Thanks for stopping by.
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down.
Have a good rest
here,
session?
isn't she?
Thank you, I will.
How's she doing?
You have a good rest.
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know she was
Thank you for lurking, Minister.
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret or disappointment. What happened?
Do you believe us now? The Sub-Zero's festival has been repeating itself.
We explain everything to her, and she solves it. Just bam, like that.
Sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zeru's festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones
How
that
powerful are the sages, really?
like this. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know.
Nita, can you tell us anything about the Akasha?
Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule?
She probably made the Akasha.
You must know something about the Akasha. The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
Wait, it requires the power of a gnosis to operate, but like every other gnosis so far has basically been stolen. So does that mean at some point the Dendro gnosis is going to be taken by the Cryo Archon's people, the Fatui, and then suddenly all the people here aren't going to be able to use the Akasha anymore? Because, like, Rex Lapis gave his gnosis over, Venti has had his stolen, and Ye Miko gave over the Raiden. Spoilers? I take that as yes.
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical.
Spoilers, Furball. People are literally watching the stream where this is going to happen in like 20 minutes or something like that. That is not something that can be spoiled when they're already literally telling you what's going to happen.
So, this Nahida you mentioned, what did she say?
She said, and Paimon quotes, "The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait.
And so, out of curiosity, is time actually passing by, but because all our knowledge is shared or whatever, we're not remembering time has passed by? So we are repeating the day, but time outside of the place is actually passing by. It's just like our memories have been reverted by 24 hours.
I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom? How does that work?
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah.
Most comes from Emerson. Most, but not all.
What do you think?
This has actually been probably the most interesting of the main quests, I have to say.
People in Sumeru don't dream.
Oh, so it takes their...
Strange phenomenon.
Does it take their dreams, and that's how it inputs information into the terminal? And is that why it's abnormally mentally fatiguing everybody? Because it keeps draining their brains, basically?
People in Sumeru don't... My mind feels exhausted.
Yep, kinda looks like it.
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that I think about it, my head's been feeling unusually heavy. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a
Knowledge
sage once
always
said,
comes at a price.
Knowledge compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so
And this is
who's to
true.
say that it can't also
If it can't put it
temporarily-
in, how come it can't pull it
I
out?
don't know any specifics.
What's the point of doing something like that?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single
mind.
massive brain.
It's the Tyranid fleet all over again.
This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
To get along well.
We should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Somehow I don't think it'll be that simple.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy.
Everyone removes their terminals.
How does everyone feel?
I noticed something else.
What is it?
I feel like at the end of every day, there's always the sound of the beep.
Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
Like, yeah, it's turning on to start absorbing from their dreams or whatever.
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway.
Like that.
Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded like it was coming from inside my head. We took off our Akasha terminals.
Oh, and can't hear now? Is it because the day is resetting?
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casualties.
Jesus.
But we cannot lose all of our progress.
These people are evil. I want to fight them. I want to fight every single one of them. One of these times she's just going to end up dead. I swear.
Paimon remembers everything! Good. You adapted quickly this time. We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that?
We've been planted with the form, another form of the terminals, failed at severing our connections with them.
But now we can at least confirm
She better. Wow, Mabu. I mean, with the way they've hyped up her death, yeah, she better. But I'm waiting for the expansion where we get to murder the entire Fatui. Well, yeah, I want to kill the Dr. Fatui for the things he did to Kale, etc., and the other kids. I mean, murder isn't something you should condone, but when you're literally doing human experimentations on children just for fun, after all this build-up, I'd be disappointed if she survived.
Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants is everybody's wisdom?
Because people won't give it up easily.
Lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way they are.
I've never heard that said before, but it's true.
Lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never told us anything about yourself. I guess I'm the moon. The moon? Wasn't that the result of our divination? Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth. So you
Verbal's just, wow.
don't get distracted and miss any clues. Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so
Is Dia just gonna solve everything? She looks like she's got the cheapest two-handed sword in the game. No joke. I know she sold her other one, but wow.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Oh, she's
What's
not
wrong?
injured this time?
Why are you both gawking at me like that?
Is that because she retained information of fighting with her sword?
you didn't get hurt this time.
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs.
because she remembered stuff from last time. She's still getting used to a new great sword.
Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
During your battle, did anything feel strange?
Strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword.
It's weird how such a new weapon could feel so familiar. No, she didn't retain knowledge, but she retained physical knowledge. And that's what I was thinking of, like she knew how to fight properly, because she's actually fought with the sword now.
It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
You're saying that although you don't remember
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors have
Muscle memory, that's the word I was looking for.
Only knowing the theory of battle won't get you anywhere.
I use muscle memory too when I'm trying to remember things. I sometimes write down words on my hand with a finger, because then I'll remember doing it later.
Yeah, Hyman's feeling really hopeful.
Plus both that we've already broken free.
Oh,
I doubt it, but...
Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
know for sure at the end of the day.
I have no clue what you two are talking about, but it's still dangerous here, so...
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to...
How did you know what I was gonna say?
I'm just skipping the things we already know. Shouldn't we have told her to take off the terminal again?
It's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to have stayed the same. Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got injured every other time she fought the kidnappers. Do you think the Samsara has been broken?
No.
Dunyarzad? Really? Good job on all that. Hey, what kind of idiot?
She's just like, nah, son.
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday?
Yeah, they're getting too philosophical.
This entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sub-Zero's festival.
It's terrifying.
Okay, no more. Paimon's brain is already... That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest.
No, it's a loop, but it's taking like a month.
Bathroom and flush your anxiety
Ew.
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they
Hard pass on this.
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. Yeah. Even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival every day.
I wonder if we actually get sleep this time.
It's been a long time since...
Well, and there's the beep again. They're just throwing people under the rug.
We're still in the same day.
So that's where Pianya took anxiety. Oh, good lord.
Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the Samsara? Why did you tell us?
Literally a point.
You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment
Opportunity doesn't come by often. I thought it might help clear your minds. That actually makes sense.
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me. Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking things a little fast. What I mean is, even though I
Oh yeah, we're the only ones in her world basically right now.
we're still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence. In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been
But I wonder if she can actually affect things in the surroundings.
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff again. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation?
Time loop is indeed incorrect.
Why are you scrapping your previous theory?
Day's fighting skills have improved.
Oh yeah, you're right!
So if it's just a loop, you shouldn't gain anything.
In a simple time loop, people's physical conditions should also reset. So
So, what's your new hypothesis?
Play memories, chemical donation, cautious sound, information gossip. The cautious sound. Bodily memories. Memories are deleted every day.
If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then... The moon, illusions, and lack... We've already experienced... Okay, no...
I'm just clicking random stuff. If Nahida stands at the market and no one can see her, does she really exist? Apparently not. At least she's getting pretty depressed about that. We aren't in time. Starter memories are being erased at the end of each day.
Then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival.
Okay, I wondered about that earlier when I said, is it just resetting like only our memory? And deleting our memories is basically the same thing as resetting our memories to the day before. The difference is these guys are stealing the memories.
But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything makes sense.
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
That isn't simple at all.
Still the wrong conclusion.
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right! She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go!
You better zoom me right. I swear to God, stop making me run back and forth. Well, and the new daily started. Will that mean the kidnappers' bodies still feel the pain of the beatdown that they got every day? You'd think so, they should. Because if the... I mean, maybe... She did say we're not entirely wrong about them deleting the memories. But at the same time, the one woman's health keeps deteriorating. So you'd think that the kidnappers would at least remember that.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't...
Been a while. Hey there, Maroon. How are you doing tonight? If I wasn't solid in my confidence, that thought line would spike my anxiety. How's it going, session chat? It's going pretty good. Just a basic night. Doing a bit of Genshin, catching up on story quests.
Get hurt? Why would I?
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just...
We're skipping this stuff since we already know. You're tired but good overall. I'm glad to hear that. Straight to the point.
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Yes, the cult of Nahida.
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're...
Alright then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this great sword, but my brain just doesn't remember it?
Yes! Your memory's being erased every day!
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zeru's festival day after day, then what happened
Oh,
to the things
I
we
didn't think
did,
of that.
the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day.
That seems way too over the top.
To replenish everything. It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof.
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a little longer. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is safe.
She gonna show us? Genshin aside, what have you been playing lately? I played all of Hollow Knight recently. I've been playing Paladins, which is typical lately, and more Fallout 4. Can't remember what I played before Hollow Knight. I did play Dark Souls Remastered, but that was like a month or such ago.
This is it.
Oh, her training dummy would be more and more scarred up.
This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
If they did, it should have different marks on
And
it.
the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I
Still think those look like
remember
cat
every mark
ears.
on the dummy,
Tiny, tiny cat
as
ears.
well as my state of mind as I made each strike. It's just as they say, each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they use some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies
with
here.
your...
At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. Whew, hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately?
Wait, where did this game come from?
Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
And Dunyar doesn't care anymore about us coming with her?
Back to square one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong? But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime.
We're not into time.
Yep, that's true. So,
Suddenly realized something strange.
strange? Paimon feels
We've
like
never
everything's
thought of leaving
been
the city.
changed lately. Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution! Many things should become clear if we can confirm the flow of time outside of the city. Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories?
It's strange. I wonder if they're trying somehow putting the thought into people's head not to leave. But anyways, even though we're getting close to the end of this, I feel like I'll have to do this another night, because it's already 4 hours of streaming and already 3 AM for me. So I need to do some of my nightly stuff before I actually go to bed for the day. Ghoulie is on, and Sasha didn't think to leave the city either. Oh, I definitely thought of leaving the city, but at the same time, I didn't think that would affect the quest. Ghoulie's on, but she's doing just chatting, and I wouldn't be surprised if she's like about to end her stream. I know it was Nyacho's birthday though. Her birthday's probably over by now because it would have been past midnight, but she's been streaming for a long time. I still think we should send some people her way. But yeah, I don't know if I'll continue this for a little bit tomorrow night, just to see if I can at least finish the main quest here, but I might look at what games I have set up on my PlayStation, etc., and see just what I can play that's different, because I feel like starting something new sometime. We'll see. Thanks to everybody for coming out and hanging out with me, even if it was a much quieter night. And thank you to Ruin for sending the raid my way earlier. I hope you guys all have a nice night. Go say hi to Nyacho for me. She is actually a Poggers artist. Highly recommend. She's done 2 or 3 of the little art I've posted in the art channel on Discord too. But anyways, good night to everybody. I hope to see you around. Goodbye, goodbye, bye, bye. Goodbye.